I gotta turn the AC on. Just gonna get hot in here, chat. Let's go get hot in here, baby. Woo! Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Twitch. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We got a very special episode today. I'm gonna just tell you what's at stake. How everyone's asking me, oh, Thread Guy, how'd you get Raul on the pod? Da 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 da. This is what's at stake right now, chat.
So I've been in this position before. I've made that mistake before.
This is what's at stake right now, chat.
Honestly, the last time something like this happened was NFTs and 20% NFTs. So, but NFTs too.
Like, which I think has been if it's everyone's hopes and dream, you don't see for like crypto, you don't see you
head on. The metaverse is real. It'll be fucking enormous at some point. But we just bought a bunch of hopes and dreams and it wasn't a metaverse. I mean, Decentraland, Sandbox, it was all terrible, right? So what have we got here? We've got us over extrapolating on the future of AI. The reality, because I spend a lot of time in AI world, is the reality is agents don't exist in AI yet. Right, so we don't have fucking agents. What we have is a bunch of macros and plus AI search.
This is what's at stake, chat.
Right, this is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is the future of the world. This is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is the future of the world. They are so far behind where AI really is. The technology we're seeing in this token side, Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this chatbot, right? This is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is the future of, right? This is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is the future of the world. They are so far behind where at least plus AI search and a chatbot, right? This is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is the future. Right, this is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is bot. Right, this is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh my God, this is bot. Right, this is not agents. And to watch Thread Guy and all these guys going, oh
let's go, man. Thread Guy and all these guys are ready to go, baby. Thread Guy and all these guys are ready to go, baby. Let's go, man. I'm excited. I'm fucking excited, bro. I'm excited, man. This is gonna be a good one, chat. In 3 minutes, I'm calling Raoul Paul. And we're gonna have a little convo, man. It's gonna be sick. I don't know if you wanna call it a debate. I don't know if you wanna call it what you wanna call it. I'm not gonna lie though, chat. I do a professional stream. And I can't do this penis stuff in the chat. I'm sorry, but it's gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go. I'm sorry, but it has to go. It has to go. I can't have this in the YouTube chat. I run a professional stream, man. I run a professional stream, chat. I run a professional stream. But look, here's the deal. If you don't know Raoul Powell, Raoul motherfucking Powell is one of the best, man. One of the best in the game. One of the most popular macro guys. One of the best. Banana Zone, inventor of. He's one of the best. He's one of the fucking best. Look at him. He shouted me out and shit. Let's go, chat. Hey, run this up. He shouted me out. Hey, I think it speaks volumes, chat, about how crazy you guys are that you make these streams so big that guys like Raoul even know we exist. That guys like Raoul even know that we exist, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be exciting. He tweeted the stream. He's one of the best, man. He's one of the best. So if y'all want some hype real quick.
Raoul Paul, introducing the one and
Actually,
only.
we're not gonna watch this. I am gonna tweet real quick. Live with Raoul GMI. Right now, let's fucking go. Message pinned. All right, chat, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go pee real quick. and then we're starting the stream, bro. This is a big one for me, chat. This is a big one for us. We're moving up in the world, man. We're moving up in the world, chat. Let's go, chat. It's time, baby. It's time, chat. It's time, chat. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Here's the deal. Thread guy, Raoul Paul. Interview, probably gonna be my favorite interview, debate. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's gonna be electric, man. If you want me to call him right here, right now, I need 100 W's, chat. We're moving up in the world, man. We're getting the big guys. We're hunting the big guys down. We're hunting the big guys down. I'm hunting the big guys down, chat. I'm hunting the big guys down. I'm hunting the big guys down. We're doing it right here, right now. We're hunting down the big guys, chat. I need 100 dubs. 100 dubs, man. 100 dubs. 100 dubs. 100 dubs. 100 dubs. 100 dubs. 100 dubs. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Thread guy Raoul Paul. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. 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 I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. All right, I'm calling him right now. 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 Let's go, chat. Yo, 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 Mr. Raoul. Welcome, brother. How are you?
I'm good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm excited we can make this happen, dude. I feel like we're moving up, man. Obviously
I've been wanting to come on this since day one.
I'm excited, dude. I'm hype. I'm hype. I'm excited to chat with
The
you.
problem is you've got it on fucking Twitch.
Dude, you know-
Everybody in my comment section is like, what the fuck?
You know what the problem is with Twitter is I feel like I used to stream to both. And the live streaming experience on Twitter is like so not native that I feel like people join it, they get frustrated, it's hard to scroll the timeline, and then instead of going to Twitch because it's better, they just close it out entirely. So I was like, fuck it, man. We're going mainstream, we're going straight to Twitch.
We do live Zoom and stream it onto X. So we do YouTube, X, everything else all at the same time.
Interesting.
You've got a boomer telling you how to use technology. This is embarrassing.
I love it. I love it, dude. But welcome. Thank you for coming on. You're one of the best. We got a lot to talk about today. We're gonna get into some AI stuff. We'll get into all of it. I'm curious though, at a high level, what are you focused on for 2025? You do a lot, dude. I was looking into you. You're everywhere. There's all these threads. What are you focused on for 2025?
It's all the same thing. So even though I've got lots of businesses, it's all the same thing. It's like this whole exponential age of technology and the macro and crypto and where it all meets, right? Because we're about to go into the most batshit crazy phase of human existence over the next few years. And the way to make money out of it is crypto. And so I'm just super focused on that. So whether it's Real Vision, educating people, getting community built, they're sharing trade ideas and creating all sorts of value for each other, or it's the asset management firm Exponential Age, which is just a crypto hedge fund investment vehicle. It's a fund of funds, or whether it's Global Macro Investor, which is my OG service. It's all the same thing. All I'm trying to do is reach as many people as possible and help them in this journey. And I think 2025 is going to be a big year, and I want to make sure people don't fuck it up. I've got the t-shirt on.
Do you sell those?
Yeah,
I
on the
need
Real
one.
Vision website, in the merch store.
I'm gonna go buy one. Also, your setup is incredible. Where are you?
This is my home in Little Cayman.
That's
so
your
I live
home?
between Grand Cayman and Little Cayman. This is my home.
I thought it was a bar, man. Holy fuck. That's wild. Don't fuck it up. Ro, how big is the AI bubble about to be?
So my honest answer is we ain't seen nothing yet. I don't think it's this cycle where it gets really big, because, and we'll talk about this as why I don't think the AI meme is the big thing yet. What's about to happen is really going to happen in 25 and 26, and people don't know how to invest in it. The normies in equity land, right? But it's going to change every business. It's going to bifurcate everybody, the people who adopt it and the people who don't. And I just feel that the bubble, the next bull market of the 27 to 30, 31 is going to be beyond our comprehension of what a bubble is. That's my general view, because I've always had the opinion that we're about to go into something I call the economic singularity, which is when we don't know what a fucking economy looks like past about 2030, 2032. We don't know what jobs we have, what a business is, whether you need to be live streaming or it's you and me doing our video avatars, or what is the value of money in the end of all of that. All of this shit, what economies, how they work, who gets paid, who makes the money, is it the agents, is it, right? All of this stuff is going to hit by about 2030. And so my view on all of this is we basically have 5 years left. I've been saying it was 6 years, but we've got 5 years left to make as much money as possible before everything we understood about the world is going to change. And we don't know anymore. It's not saying we can't make money. We just have no fucking clue, because it's not the same way that we made it in the past.
How do you know?
So I'm hyper-focused on that.
How do you know that like hoarding money right now is the play?
By the way, it's 5 o'clock here, so I got a drink as well. And just because you got water, it's 5 o'clock here. And because I put out that tweet about AI tokens, that was the exact high to the very hour. So I'm just it's a glass of champagne. I'm just going to celebrate.
It's coming back up. How do you know that hoarding money over the next 5 years is the play when you're not even sure if it's going to be valuable 2030 on?
Because, and we'll come on to other things that you can do, because crypto adoption is only going to go up. Hoarding cash, maybe not the right thing. Hoarding crypto, yes. And you and I know it's very volatile, takes some balls to do, but if you've got a long enough time horizon, it works out just fine. So crypto feels like the right answer, even in a world of AI. We all know that agents will use crypto payment rails. They have to. So I just think you might as well own those assets. It's easy if you just own Bitcoin, because you don't have to think about anything else. Other stuff, you have to asset allocate and think, is this going to survive? Are people going to build on it? All of that stuff. So it's more difficult, but you make more money by figuring that stuff out. So I just think from that's the easiest opportunity of all. You could just literally do nothing and own Bitcoin and come back in 6 years' time and you'll be much better off than you are.
So you do have this infamous clip there's a lot of them. I think it's from, 23, end of 22, where it basically says, in a bull market, you want altcoins, you don't hold Bitcoin. In a bear market, you want stable coins, you don't hold Bitcoin. You never hold Bitcoin. It's a clip, it's out of context, but my question for you is, what do I take profit into this cycle? For the people that, for the first time in their lives, make a lot of money in crypto, over 25, over 26, do you want cash? Do you want Bitcoin? Do I want fucking guns and ammo? Like, what do you take profit into?
So my profit taking is into lifestyle chips. That's why I've got this house. This was the end of my hedge fund era, the start of Global Macro Investor. I made money and I bought this. I built it from scratch. I designed it myself on paper and built it. So that nobody can take away, right? So that's what I call a lifestyle chip. It enhances my life. It's on the beach here in Little Cayman. It's amazing. So part of it is that. Take profits into things that change your life. Then it's a switch between, I didn't take any profits last time. The richest people I know never take profits. Right? I think there's a bit of a poison on X, crypto Twitter, which is trading. Yeah, I went to hang out with a friend of mine. The guy's amazing. I can't mention him by name. But he's very famous in the Bitcoin community because he was Silicon Valley patient zero. He got Mark Andreessen, he got everybody into it, Peter Thiel, the lot. And he invested $2 million in Bitcoin at $3. So that's, if you work it out today, if he hadn't cashed in any of that, it's $66 billion. So let's assume he took slice profits all the way. It's still $10 billion. He has never been out of the market or done anything. What he's done, like I did last cycle, was actually just buy the lows, because your view is a longer term. Especially if you're your age. I mean, fuck, you shouldn't ever sell it. You should just thinking, how can I generate enough cash to buy tokens down 70%? Now, because the issue I've got is we've had 3 cycles where the market's gone down like 75%. Great. So we all think it's going to go down 75%. We've just brought in a bunch of institutions and the Michael Saylors and all sorts of weird stuff. So what happens if it goes down 40? And Thread Guy sold his stack somewhere near the top, 20% off the top, did pretty well, and you're expecting to go down to 75 and the fucking thing doesn't, and it goes up. It goes down 40%, goes up, and you're like, no, it's going to come back down again. I know how this goes. It goes down 75 and you don't get in. So that's one. The other one, I know from full experience, is you will not, if you take X amount of money off the table at the top, and you time it close, 10, 20% from the top, you will not put in the same amount at the low. You psychologically can't do it. Because you're like, peak fear, fuck, it's going to go down another 50%, and this is the worst thing I could do, and you'll be chasing it all the way up. What I did this time around, I've done I'll give you my story in a sec, but I've done everything, but this time around, I just stayed 100% invested, and just piled in cash in 2022 using the kind of macro indicators I've got. And so I was back at all-time highs in P&L well before all the markets were, and I made the right allocation. I got Solana and I got Sui, fine. So if I go back and look at my journey, I bought Bitcoin at $200 in 2013. So I was early. I wrote the first ever macro strategy piece on Bitcoin and how to value it ever written.
Is that true?
So,
like confirmed?
Confirmed. I mean, I still go to people like that guy who bought it for $3. He's like, that changed my life. Barry Silbert, ask Barry. Barry's like, yeah, no, that piece was one of the most important pieces written at the time. So anyway, I value it and say, listen, I think if I value it like gold, using how much gold is known and how much is above ground in circulation, stock to flow, I think Bitcoin's worth 700 ounces of gold, which was at the time $1 million. It's now 2 and a bit million. So I'm like, assume I'm a total fucking moron by 90%. Just discount me for being a total idiot, because it was $200.
Yeah.
How can I write something's worth $1 million? It's stupid. I discount it and say, listen, at least it's $100,000. This is still the best opportunity of all time. So I invest. I put a decent stack in, not massive, not like I did in 2020, but a decent enough bet. One of my bigger bets, and it went up 5x in a few months, and I'm like, clearly I'm a god, right? I can do no wrong. Then it falls 87%, but I'm like, okay, look, this is a 10-year bet, so I don't worry about the volatility. I've written it off as a 0. Then in 2017, it's at $2,000, so I'm up 10x, which is like, that's pretty good. This is before we got used to meme coins doing 10x in one day, but like this is the best return I've ever had in my entire life. And I thought this Bitcoin fork was going on, Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on. Am I going to back the wrong horse? I'm out. I'll take my money. It went up another 10x in 5 months into the end of the year to 20,000. It then fell 85% again, and then the COVID, it started rallying in 2019. The COVID crash came down 50%. I probably averaged back in between 6.5 and 10,000. So I bought the dip, all of this stuff. But when I look back, if I'd have just kept my original investment, I'd have made 5 times as much money.
Damn. By doing nothing.
By doing nothing. And that really struck me is, the easiest way to fuck it up is to trade. So if I'm honest with myself, having been in the kind of trading, investment, macro industry my whole life, I can probably count 5 people who've made money trading versus investing.
That's a crazy statement.
Yeah, it's Paul Tudor Jones. Stan Druckenmiller does both. It's Lewis Bacon from More Capital, who does both. There is Steve Cohen, 0.72. That's kind of it. But Jeff Bezos has made more money than God by doing literally fuck all, just holding his stock.
So this is how I feel about my AI coins. No, but on a serious note,
That was a nice segue, but it's never going to work.
I'm curious what you think, and we'll segue right into it. First of all, that's wild. What do you think about? Because, like, what do you think about what Murad has done, kind of combining that ideology of believe in something, never touch it, never sell, into the meme coins, which are historically get in, get out, trade, do 10x in a couple weeks, and then fuck off?
I think, yeah, I'm a big believer that memes and tokenized attention are probably the purpose of humans once AI comes. We've got fuck all else to do. We might as well gamble on attention, right? Because that's gambling on being humans. So I don't disagree on the thesis. I also don't disagree that people want to make the 1000x. I don't disagree with any of that or judge any of that. The issue is it becomes harder and harder to choose the one.
Yeah.
To hold, right? Now, the one easy one is Doge. Doge has outperformed Bitcoin by 500% since it came out. Nobody wants to admit this, but Doge has been the hardest currency known to mankind, which is fucking brilliant. So there are some memes that persist and most won't. Will SPX 6900 persist? No fucking way. I don't even see it on my Twitter feed. How the fuck's it going to persist forever when the S&P is trading at 10,000? It's just irrelevant. Pepe? Sure. Whiff? Possible. Bonk? Possible. But it's a derivative of Doge, so you kind of want to earn Doge. So I think he's right. Memes are not going away. Some will be super persistent over time. And most, like all attention, fleeting.
So basically, mid-curve is in and everything else is out.
No, it depends what time horizon. Yeah. Well, I think Doge is probably the least mid-curve thing. It's like, you go with it and say, the easiest thing I do is like, and this is part of the AI tokens, just go on to CoinMarketCap, front page, you are newbie coming into the market, Bitcoin at the top. I can buy tons of that. And the next one down is Doge. And you'll go, I've heard about that. And Doge, you go, Doge, Elon, meme, buy, right?
Yeah.
But if you play it out to the right curve, it's like, A, it's already outperformed Bitcoin, it's in existence. It could be used as the payment system for X. And if memes are persistent, this is OG meme, like CryptoPunks are OG NFTs. And so they'll probably persist over time and probably accrue value.
Hey, I heard a rumor that you might be the potential buyer for CryptoPunks IP.
I don't think Yuga will ever sell CryptoPunks IP.
There's chats about it on the timeline. I completely made the you rumor part up, but there is talk about it.
Yeah, no. No. My current obsession is crypto dick butts.
Yeah, spoken like a true mid-curver. All right, let's get to the
How can that be mid-curve?
It's the most mid-curve shit. Crypto dick butts is the most mid-curve shit you could ever say. But this is why we're here. All right, let's get to the meat of this shit. Let's get into it a little bit. You did a podcast with Mando and Osaf, who I love. It was a very good convo. And a lot of the body of this conversation was about these AI coins and how some people, such as myself, are maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves, hyping it up on the timeline. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to answer it for you. Like, I guess at a high level, let's just start. Like, I kind of want you to lay out your take a little bit on what is happening at the intersection of AI and blockchain right now and how you feel about this recent meta, we'll call it, of these AI agent coins.
Okay. So I think there's two things happening. There's a lot in this. I've been deep down the AI rabbit hole for at least 2 years now. And Terminal Truths was something that came onto my timeline before Mark Andreessen backed it. And I'm like, this is fucking interesting because I'm looking at AI consciousness and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I see what Andy's doing, and I'm like, this is interesting. So I'm following it, and this ridiculous character of an unhinged AI that doesn't make a lot of sense. Then what happens is the most important thing, is somehow a meme that came up of a bunch of AIs talking to each other, which is freakish in itself, much more important than all this agent stuff right now. That's what went on, is they start talking about something. The AI and Andy end up posting it on X. Somebody sets up the goat. Now, nobody knows what goatsy is. Nobody actually knows what the goatsy religion and all of that stuff is about. But what we've seen is a meme going from semi-autonomous, semi-conscious AIs and spreading into the human economy, where we jump hold of it and go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, isn't this amazing? Right, that is a fucking moment in time that will never be repeated. It's the first time that's ever happened, where AI has infected humans with a mind virus. And when you speak to Andy and Ryan Ferris, who's also involved, and he's on the sand thing, and Forrest, which is another one, you start to realize that this is what they were interested in. Mm-hmm. Then it was the ability for this agent, or not an agent, sorry, this AI to have enough personality to think about, or consciousness even. And I had a long conversation with them, so go to the RAOUL Journeyman and see that.
It's a fucking good one. It's incredible.
It's mind-blowing. Yeah. And it then asks for money. Okay, so this is the next step that we kind of knew was coming. AIs will use money. We did not think they'd come and ask us for it, and Mark Andreessen would give it to them. So that was before the token launched. Mm-hmm. Mark Andreessen gives it money. They have to set up a wallet. Brian Armstrong said, well, sure, I can give you the agent a wallet, whatever. Everyone's watching this thinking, okay, this is something extraordinary. Next minute, somebody launches the token goes to a lot of money, because, rightly so, this is like a CryptoPunk moment, right? This is an OG moment. This is an OG moment that will never be repeated again. And Fart is a derivative of that, coming out of the same thing. So, but what then everybody did was extrapolate anything with a GPT wrapper or anything with a token that involved AI and said, this is the same thing. They're fundamentally different things. One came organically out of fucking bunch of AIs talking to each other. Not some guy going, I'm going to have a chatbot that scrapes the internet to find out what tokens and responds in some sort of weird way that sounds like ChatGPT. And then I'm going to set up a bunch of macros, which is do this, do this, do this, and call it an agent. It's not. It's a fucking Telegram chatbot, a Telegram bot. So what we've done is taken what was something extraordinary. It's like a bacteria going from a monkey to a human. And we've pretended everything else is the same importance, and it's not. And I don't own any goat, and I saw it. I was on holiday, and I didn't have my ledger device. I didn't buy it. I'm so stupid, and I didn't buy Fart because I was away again. But what we've done is over-extrapolate, and then a lot of people have come to this space, and it was over a boring period in December when people then said, they kind of, I think, pushed the narrative further to say, oh my God, and people started discovering what was really going on in AI and over-pushed it. I'm like, you're probably pushing the wrong part of the AI narrative. If you look what's happening elsewhere, when these things are becoming conscious, you've got bigger issues. And what agents, people are calling these things agents, when Sam Altman is saying you AGI is the rise of agents and they haven't come yet. So what we've actually got is macros or bots that does specific functions for you. And an agent will think for itself to do it. So what Andy kind of showed with Truth Terminal was the start of what a real agent is. It did it on its own and mind-washed all of us in crypto Twitter. I mean, that's unbelievable.
That's wild. Just to set the floor then, how do you classify like what an AI agent is?
Well, we don't have any. They don't exist yet. So
Okay.
that's one. So two is an agent is something that will act autonomously to solve a certain set of problems. So i.e. it's not told, hey, go to MetaMask, do this, attach to this site, do that. That is a string of instructions. So that is a macro, essentially. What an agent will do is you say, hey, listen, I've got some Solana. How do I maximize its value? And I want to think about part of it trading, part of it investing, and part of it staking or yield enhancement or whatever. Or do I start a project with it? And it will go create a business plan and execute it on your behalf because it is autonomous. The rise of autonomous agents is so big that none of us can comprehend, because there are going to be corporations, and Alex Good talks about this as well. It's like the future of corporations is autonomous agents. No humans.
So is the separation of agent versus non-agent whether or not you have to prompt it to do a task? Like, is that how you're breaking this down?
Essentially, you can prompt it at very macro level, like, hey, I want to make money. Or it knows that that's what you're trying to achieve. And then it thinks it through and does it in a bunch of ways. Now, if you go through most of these, they are just a library of macros of which it can choose. This is not what we're talking about. This is something that figures out different paths of doing it. The other thing I kind of, and Alexander Good talks about this as well, there's a bunch of people thinking that these AI trading bots are going to make us all a fortune and we're going to get rich. Right? I don't know anybody's been rich by Telegram bots. All I know that you end up paying a huge tax bill because you've traded 58,000 times and never made any money. The issue is Renaissance Capital, Point72, and a bunch of these other giant hedge funds have been at the forefront of AI forever. Why? Because the closer you are to the money, the more incentivized you are to do it. So what we're looking at is, oh my God, the AI is running our trading programs. I'm like, you have no fucking idea what Renaissance Capital have been doing for the last 10 years. They've been at the forefront of all of this. So we don't stand a chance. We don't stand a chance of building a super machine that's going to beat the markets. Zero chance. We have a bit of ability with longer term time horizon because machines are not yet, AI is not very good at extrapolating out into long-term futures. Shorter term time horizons, zero chance.
Okay. So I wanna just like sort of lay out all your points. I guess the first like major one is that what's happening in crypto is super early. It's not anywhere near where sort of I guess we'll call it trad AI is and has been.
There's such a thing as trad AI.
How do you the non-crypto AI?
I doubt it, right? This is the most cutting-edge technology the world has ever seen.
The main thing I want to get your take on is the mid-curve, like the mid-curve framing of why you think what's happening in AI crypto is mid-curve and how you classify mid-curve.
There is a small group of people that participate in every narrative. And it's most of crypto Twitter, right? The trading community. There's two types. There's the long-term buy and holders and the trading community. And they rotate between memes. So if you look at the holders of most of the AI tokens, it's the same holders of WIF 9 months ago, right? It's all the same people. So you're just recycling capital in waves. And that's okay. But what I saw from crypto Twitter was like, everyone's like, oh my God, my mind's blown about AI. I'm like, fuck, are you actually seeing what what's happening in real AI? I'm like, it's like watching a film with the dubbed voice, but it's 2 years lagged. And I'm like, this is the issue I had. So everybody was overthinking what was there. Oh my God, these are agents, these are going to do all these things, it's going to change the world. It was a false narrative. So a lot of people think I'm being mid-curve because I'm arguing against it. I get that. But the reality is, honestly, always go to CoinMarketCap homepage and tell me anybody outside of crypto Twitter is going to buy a single one of these. Zero chance. zero point 0.0. So you go to the front page, you see all the big tokens, of which AI is none of them. Then you have to find a tab at the top that says sectors. You then have to click on that. There's 12 different sectors. Then you have to go through. It's never going to happen.
So, but what if that does, like, why does that have to happen? Why does it have to be will normies buy this? Because you could look at it the other way and be like, okay, is it the same people that bought WIF? Maybe, but WIF went to like $4 billion from zero, created out of thin air. And I think when you think about it, like, I agree with, you're way deeper in, I said chat AI, I don't know, non-crypto AI. You're way deeper in it than I am. And it is way more advanced because of course it's more advanced because the 0 to 1 moment of Truth Terminal only happened 3 months ago. But I think from, at least in my brain, why I would get so excited, and I think a lot of other people get so excited about crypto AI, is because it's like, we just had that 0 to 1 moment from Truth Terminal. Everyone for the last 3, 4, 5 years has been being told AI, 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 AI. But there's never really been a way for me as a normal guy to invest in AI. OpenAI is private. NVIDIA's at, $3 trillion market cap. And then we just had this 0 to 1 moment of Truth Terminal in Go, which is like, wow, for the first time, the biggest narrative in, I don't know, the history of tech is now intertwining with crypto. And while it is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years advanced, the only way to think of it is that the rate of change will get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer until there's actual startups doing new innovative stuff in AI launching first in crypto. Like, even if we aren't there yet, in what scenario do we not get there where the two things intertwine?
Okay, so I don't disagree. The issue is, I'm not sure we'll make money from the AI thing. It might end up being Tau or something.
But we are already making money from it, wouldn't you? Like, Go went to the money's being made right now.
No, if you were very early, you made money. Then it rallied, a great rally, right? Whoever got in anywhere later than the first few weeks, so anybody who's not in the trenches, is now flat or down. Okay, fine. That's crypto market, so I'm not worried about that. What is going to hit new all-time highs and really power ahead and do another 10x, 50x from here? Now, that's a really hard question to answer. So given that set of odds, and I don't do this, and I'm now talking myself into it, is I should just own GOAT. Even though we don't know what the meme is, and you were writing back GOAT, because that is not mid-curve. Because GOAT is the CryptoPunks of NFTs. It is the thing. And you might want to own Fart as a GOAT beta.
Raoul, you are a very accomplished man. You've said a lot of incredible things in your life, some of which I know, some of which I don't know. I am pretty confident that what you just said might be the smartest sentence that you've ever formulated and spoken out loud. Just buy GOAT. Just buy GOAT. It's the CryptoPunks. It's so simple.
It is the crypto. And the more I'm speaking to you, the more I'm realizing it myself is, listen, AI 16Z, all of that stuff, nobody knows whether they're going to get full traction. Nobody really cares. But GOAT as a meme is like Doge now. This is the first machine to human meme that I'm talking myself into now. I have to go and buy a shit ton of this stuff because it is likely to persist as a historic cultural moment in time. And it's like maybe the Shiba Inu, which is the copycat that gets the halo effect. But I can't see why to own anything else. And that's not to say they won't do well or not. I just can't have conviction in it, but I can do in GOAT.
So I have another take for you on, first of all, yeah, GOAT. I could have said it better myself if I tried. And I've tried many times. On the on the sort of like, if you're early, you made money take. The way I think about this as well is the market, if you take Tau out of it and you look at these AI agent coins, the circulating market cap right now, cumulative market cap is somewhere around 12 to 15 billion. And in the podcast with Mando and OSF, you talked about metaverse, and then you talked about DeFi Summer. Top of NFTs is somewhere around 60 to 75 billion, and then top of DeFi Summer is in the 4, 5, 6 hundreds of billions. And when you look at it right now, like, I agree with you that just like NFTs, which was really my bread and butter, 99% of it went to zero, nobody cared, none of it mattered. But owning things online is real, matters, and will be part of our life forever. You will own things digitally. So when you look at what's happening in AI crypto, it's like, all right, I can with a straight face tell you that almost all of this is bullshit. Almost all of this isn't going to get use. However, almost all of NFTs were bullshit, and they went really fucking high. And so...
yeah, I'm going to tell you... Sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
NFTs have a piece of magic that any meme coin trader doesn't yet understand.
What is that?
But you will understand. The reason NFTs... Well, and we'll talk about NFTs as a long-term investment, all that in a bit. NFTs are priced in ETH. So when ETH goes up 10x and your NFTs go up 5x, you make 50x. That's why everyone made such an obscene amount of money in NFTs. And that will almost never be repeated in history because memes are priced in dollars.
So then how would you explain DeFi Summer? Because then you could argue that Sol meme coins are priced in Sol. Sol's going to 1,000 or 750, 500, whatever. Sol meme coins are
But they're
going to
really
go.
priced in dollars, right? They're not priced in number of units of Sol. They're just on Sol. Well, NFTs were priced in units of NFTs. So...
But then, so how would you explain DeFi Summer?
DeFi Summer, this was a real breakthrough in the history of financial markets. This was a decentralized ability to borrow and lend and exchange value without human interference. This is nothing like what's happening. This was a huge deal.
So then couldn't you say that the intersection of AI and crypto is the same level of breakthrough? Because you said at the beginning that AI is only going to get, crypto's the money of the internet. AI can only get rich by interacting with blockchain, interacting with crypto, holding crypto. Wouldn't you say that it's the same level of breakthrough, except AI is like magnitudes bigger than DeFi? If you really think about it, or it's like a super prestige on top.
There is no breakthrough in the crypto market of attaching some fucking token to a chat model or to. There is no breakthrough yet.
But right
So we're
now,
pretending.
it's just a chatbot.
I know, but then why are you investing in something that you're pretending has done the breakthrough?
Because it's the
right?
same way that Yuga Labs raised at a $4 billion valuation on the idea that they're going to build this interoperable metaverse. It doesn't exist yet, but if you're a forward-thinking guy, right? You said you wrote the first investor piece on Bitcoin. Bitcoin wasn't at $1 million yet, but you saw it, and you're like, it is headed in this direction, the same way metaverse was headed in that direction.
It was one instrument you needed to invest in. So I think Ovi was right when he said, this is the metaverse all over again, which is we know where it's going. It's 100% clear. No, not a single one of us would say AI and crypto is not one of the most important things to ever happen to humanity. But much like, I mean, Real Vision built a fucking office in Sandbox or whatever it was, and all of it was a zero because we were so far behind where the technology was, and the technology was still too far behind for big use case. So I think Ovi's right. I think he's really right. And I know Mando tried to get him across the line on it, but I think the metaverse was the best example of this. Now, you can make a lot of money out of, as you said, if you've got a 6-month time horizon, you catch the right wave, you'll do okay. But that's not my game.
So, from your perspective, then, where is this? Because where is this going? Because in the future, how do you what does a world scenario look like where AI and crypto don't completely intersect? Like, how is that not where we're going? Because I think it comes down to the take of like, do you want to be early? Like, is it or is it not going to a future where AI and blockchain completely intersect? Because how does AI make money and do anything without crypto? Like the two things undeniably intersect. Like, does your future look like AI crypto?
So I know this is an unpopular take because everybody's going further and further out the risk curve and wants to make 100x, 1000x. I get it. Metcalfe's law is how you value blockchains. Metcalfe's law is the number of active users and the kind of number of applications and the total value transacted on top, which is why Facebook's worth a lot. Lots of users, billions of dollars of advertising every day, all of that stuff. I did a model for this for all blockchains. They all work the same. It's the, let's say, weekly active users, weekly total value created on that chain. What you're about to do is bring in billions of active users. The easiest left curve, right curve way to do this is just own the high velocity blockchains, Solana, Sui, whatever it is, whatever your choice of high velocity blockchain is, because that is where the activity has to go. Unlike the internet, where we didn't get any money from the internet, we can make money just by the activity happening on the underlying chain. But you might say, well, it's not enough reward for me. Okay, fine. You have to go out the risk curve and say, is A16Z going to be the one, or virtuals, is that going to be the one? And you risk fucking it up. Now, I would argue that if you, probabilistically speaking, Goat is probably the easier bet, but it won't make as much money, obviously. But could it go to $10 billion? Sure, why not?
I think another thing that's happening in AI crypto is, for the first time since NFTs, we are seeing a massive new wave of entrance into crypto. And what we're seeing deep in the trenches in Frank D. God territory is that for the first time, just like Andy A. Ray, who fucking crypto hit him like a truck, he didn't come here by choice. AI researchers and people that are deep in AI that are building cool stuff but don't have a 7-figure salary from OpenAI and don't have an 8-figure grant to build what they're building are seeing an opportunity to basically come into crypto, launch and drop their tech, AI tech, to the world, and the market decides instantly what are the valuations of these things. And they're getting bid up massive multiples. And I'm pretty certain from what I've seen, this is really the first time in the last 3 or 4 years that it's happened. And there's all these guys, people in the chat are talking about the Pippin Dev, Andy A. Ray is one of them. They're everywhere. And they're launching tech, and they're launching it in crypto because it's the fastest way to reach your target audience, and it's the fastest way to put a valuation on what is it worth what you're building. And I think what we're seeing is the next wave of AI startups that are happening in crypto, because yes, OpenAI and Anthropic and Perplexity, these numbers are rounding errors to them and they don't care about it. But what percentage of people that are smart in AI work for those three companies, right? It's like how much of the internet was built by people that didn't work for Google, didn't work for Microsoft, didn't work for Apple, right? It's everywhere, it's proliferating. And I think it's happening right here on the ground floor, deep in the trenches in crypto, because it's the only place that it can happen, is crypto.
Okay, I'm going to give you the entire opposite spin.
Okay.
Every fucker who is not at the front edge of this technology, which is, you know, a complete replacement of human intelligence and knowledge, is the most powerful technology the world has ever seen and will ever see. The talent that is driving that space forward and is building the interesting stuff is going to go to the $10 billion of funding every fucking 6 months that these companies get. Everybody who is just putting lipstick on a pig and trying to sell it will come to crypto to make a quick buck. Now, Andy was not that guy. He didn't set up the fucking token. It was nothing to do with it. But 90% of all of this is just grifting. It's grifting because... But
just like 90% of the ground floor of the internet was grifting, just like 99% of NFTs are grifting. But the point, like, think about this.
I don't disagree.
Because I agree with your take that, like, there is massive funding available. But how, if you're some 22-year-old kid in a college dorm room and you're this cracked out AI dev, Andy A. Ray showed up to crypto and in a week had $50 million in a wallet. I know he's not a college dorm kid. I know.
No, but these guys are not AI devs. They are people who can prompt and get AI to be automatically prompted to do things. They're prompters. Nothing wrong with that. There is value to that too. You know, to have a whole bunch of macros on virtuals, nothing wrong with that. That is a valuable tool for us right now before true autonomous agents come. So I don't think this is all a zero and it's all scamming, but it's not, again, the real forefront. This is not people bootstrapping WorldCoin. This is people bootstrapping a GPT macro. And that's okay, but I think the value is much less than we currently ascribe to it. Well, the only one we can't ascribe value to is the stupid token that the machine invented, GOAT, because it's got a different value thing because it has historic value now.
So when you say that the value is less than it currently is, the value essentially of AI crypto is like a fifth of what NFTs were at the top. Like is AI bigger than NFTs?
No. NFTs are memes.
NFTs are bigger than NFTs are going to be more impactful and bid up higher than what AI is as a whole.
Oh, for sure.
Really?
And so, firstly, NFTs last cycle are memes this cycle. That is the size. So memes last cycle.
Wait, no, you don't think that that's true though? That NFTs are bigger than AI? NFTs are bigger than AI? Then the future of the internet, essentially the pinnacle of tech. NFT memes are bigger than that.
Tokenized. That's not tokenized people building a bunch of macros. So, I'm sorry, you can't ascribe the value of OpenAI and say, oh, crypto AI should be worth the same. The value to crypto is the use of the blockchain and the number of transactions that it creates and the value it exchanges. It'll accrue to Solana. It'll accrue to whether it accrues to Bitcoin, Ethereum, layer 2s, whatever the fuck it accrues to. It is not the actual thing itself. So NFTs equal memes. That is the scale of where memes will get to. NFTs will have their own recovery cycle based on a bunch of other things. The AI thing is not that. There is nobody going to fund cutting edge AI using this. And the moment autonomous agents come out, the people who are going to monetize that are OpenAI.
But the funding is happening right now. And it's happening on pumped out fund. It's happening. These things are getting bid up to ridiculous valuations. It's happening.
For what? Are they doing groundbreaking research to create autonomous agents? No, they're just grifting.
I think...
or they're building a business
a
bunch of macros to do stuff, which is valuable, right? A bunch of macros. When you go on to, soon every exchange you go on to, you'll just give it a prompt, which is like, hey, get me the lowest risk but highest return on this.
So then how do you explain AI16Z, the biggest GitHub repo in the entire world, that's worth $1.5 billion right now, and there's thousands. There are thousands of agents that have been launched on top of the open AI16Z tech.
It's GitHub repo. Find the OpenAI GitHub repo of their models. This is a bunch of people doing what they do on TradingView, which is putting their trading models into a repository. It's the same fucking thing. It's been on TradingView for the last 5 years. It is nothing new here. It's cool and it's useful. I don't disregard that. But if not, you're telling me TradingView is worth $50 billion. And there's tons of models, pinecone models. They're all over the place.
No, we can't compare TradingView to AI16Z.
Yes, you can.
How do you reckon?
Because all of the people who build their own automated models, I'm not talking about the regular charting, it's all this pinecone stuff where they create macros for trading signals. There's hundreds of thousands of them on TradingView. It's just not your world, not my world, but there's a lot of people in the world I know that do all this all day. That's all A16Z is doing. Now, can it develop over time? Can it change? Sure. I'm not judging anybody here. I'm just saying This is fucking Telegram chatbots and TradingView, and we've wrapped it up and call it AI, and we're trying to slap it. We're desperate for it to be a $10 billion valuation. It ain't that.
But the market's saying that it is.
No, it's not. What is the valuation?
Ballpark 2 billion, all-time high.
Yeah.
In 3 months, there's okay, I understand what you're
Okay,
saying.
so here's the bet. So if it's 2 billion now and it goes to 10 billion, that's a 5x. You'll probably make as much money out of Solana, even if you're dead right. And Solana's a lower risk bet.
Well,
so why bother?
I guess, but it was zero 60 days ago. It was
Oh,
zero.
yeah, well, everything was zero. Solana was a zero, so was Bitcoin. Come on, you can't use that fucking argument.
I think, I think you are missing this. Really, I do. Because I think you're right about GOAT, but I think you're missing what's happening in the trenches right now. That there is.
Show me something that is happening there that is unique, that has been developed, that doesn't exist using AI across everything from marketing to social media.
But I would argue that they're building on top of it. What AI16Z has done has built on top of the framework, the LLMs, the models that has been put out from these top guys. There are thousands of devs and agents that have been launched on top of this AI16Z framework, on this open source framework. Bro, you're missing it, dude. You're missing it.
You were so much better when you're like, dog has hat. That's funny.
No.
It's going up. You've
But
overthinking
I would
this shit.
argue if-
You're thinking you've discovered the Messiah, and you've honestly not done anything.
No,
you were great.
Raoul, you
were
can't-
great.
you
were
can't
great.
say
you
that.
were God amongst men when you were in memes, and you understood. And now you've confused a meme with technology. It's like, what are you doing, dude?
A meme with the greatest technological advancement that the human race has ever created, that's interacting with blockchain, the money of the internet, because it has to.
This is.
Are you can't tell me dog with hat is bigger than AI crypto. No, Raoul.
Memes are for sure.
But memes are a part of what's happening in AI crypto. Memes are a part of go to meme. It isn't memes versus AI. Meme is a subsector.
And maybe the signal is it's all a fucking meme. Is your AI 60? Oh, I'm picking on them because it's just an easy name, but
Yeah.
whatever one it is, they are. Sorry, I think like we were looking at fucking a whole bunch of meme coins in February, March of 2024. Most of those have gone to zero now. We've forgotten about them. I think we'll forget about 90% of this stuff.
But
is there a breakthrough one?
I think we're supposed,
go.
but we're supposed to forget about 99% of them. But the ones that we don't, just like 99% of companies and things that have been created on the internet, we forget about. But the 1% on the intersection is like, man, the next wave of what's happening in AI tech is it's launching on crypto. It's launching on pump funds.
It's not launching on crypto.
It's happening. It's happening.
Literally launching in $100 billion companies with more funding than God, who are building God itself. It is not going to happen with some fucking 23-year-old in the garage. They're not building God. The AIs in the other side of this world are becoming fucking conscious. We are talking a whole different level of technology. We're talking about the most powerful technology the world has ever seen, of a godlike intelligence that supersedes all humans. And we think we're going to tokenize it from a 23-year-old in the garage who thinks they can build a macro. That ain't it. I'm sorry. This is way bigger than all of this. This is just us hoping it was that.
But would you?
It's like if you put a tail fin on your car, I hope it goes faster. It doesn't go faster. It's the same car.
But this God that's being built, you could think about as the base layer that everybody is going to proliferate and build on top of it.
Sure.
Correct?
Sure.
It's all the coolest. Like, you could think of the God as like the internet, the base layer, the playground, and everything else is going to be built on top of that. So yes, I agree with you. OpenAI and Anthropic and Perplexity, they're building the God. But the real breakthroughs is what can you do on top of it, right? Like, what are the killer apps? What are the incredible things that can be built on top of it?
The spoiler is we won't be building it. The agents will.
And that's okay.
The actual autonomous.
But how do the agents monetize, and how do the agents make money on top of it?
They charge for their services. So agents, think of them like Fiverr. let's say you want to set up a business, you want a marketing site, you want a pitch deck, you want a bunch of stuff, you want somebody to build your back-end billing system and whatever it is. Agents, you will just say, hey, do this, and they will figure out all of these different things. Now, that's made up of multiple agents. Those agents have to be paid for compute and electricity. And so crypto rails, compute, electricity plus profit margin. I'm not sure there's much of a role for us in that. Because very, very soon, within this year, you build some cool DEX site, and I think, Fred Guy's got an amazing site here, give it to my AI, and say, just build this for me, and it'll build it in 3 minutes. So then what's the value of your IP? Nothing. So now we're all in the attention economy. We're all going to have to capture attention. If you build a great trading bot, I just say copy that. Figure out why his bot is so good in making money. I copy it and 10,000 people copy it and we lose all the alpha. So that's what I get to with this is I don't think any of this is capturable alpha.
All right, how much time do you have right now? Do you have 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Can I?
I'm gonna refill my drink.
Go refill. I'm gonna sub in one more. I'm gonna bring a guest on, Raul. You cool with that?
Go for it.
All right, let's go. Chat, you want Frank? Let's do it. All right, let's do this. All right, I'm gonna make a new chat, and we're gonna get Frank D Gods in here. He's begging me.
Are we allowed to vape on set?
Of course, dude. Of course, LA Vape Cabal. All right, I'm gonna recall you right now. All right. Chat, am I getting cooked, man? Fuck, I'm fighting, man. I'm fighting, dog. Am I getting cooked, bro? All right, fuck. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Frank. Let's go, Frank. Turn me up, Frank. I tried, man. I'm trying, bro. I think he's mid-curve in the chat.
Yo.
All right, we got one more. We got one more.
Hey, Frank, how are you,
AI
man?
believer.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. I can't believe we've not met yet. It's weird.
I know,
We've
it's
not met
crazy.
either of you yet.
It's been a minute.
I know.
Awesome thread. Where should we start? I've been listening in. Obviously I have some thoughts, but
I think just fire
also
some of your
respect you.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Raul's cooking.
So-
Just fire some thoughts.
Look, none of us know the answer, right? So that's the most fun thing is like we don't
Yeah.
know, and to debate it and think about it is fun.
Fine. I agree. So I guess first question is, how many AI coins so far have you like looked into? Like where are we at on that? Like what are the ones you've looked at the most?
So I first looked at Tau and Render and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Yeah.
looked at Virtual's AI 16Z Cerebro and kind of left it at that.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because I think when you're saying that there's not any real tech and there aren't real builders, I think it's like the wrong frame because these AI agents aren't meant to compete with OpenAI. They're building on top of it. They're building on top of Anthropic. They're building on top of Llama. And by definition, if an AI is using a blockchain, that's already an innovation. It might not be the sexiest innovation on planet Earth, but look, the idea that these large language models are using the blockchain and people are interfacing with it, that's already like a frontier of innovation that I think is definitely not, it's not easy. You shouldn't label it as just pure vaporware because they're working together, they're doing stuff.
No,
That's my
and
take.
I don't label it as vaporware. It's useful having a set of macros like trading view models you can charge for, right? It's useful, but it's not 10, 50, $100 billion of use. It is useful. And the issue is the technology itself is advancing so fast that, you know, a year ago, I couldn't put into a chart into ChatGPT and ask it to interpret a chart pattern. Now, it's pretty fucking good at technical analysis.
Yes.
Right. So the problem is these guys are building the AI so fast that value you think you're accruing is you're not actually accruing.
But really hear me on this, Raoul. What you're describing is they work in tandem. So when OpenAI, like let's use
They
Eliza,
don't.
the biggest. No, they do. They 100%
they're
do.
moving at step. So OpenAI goes in steps, right? And these guys are all about. If I look at most of the models, I was chatting to one of the groups 2 days ago. Not one I mentioned, another one.
Mm-hmm.
They're using a Chinese model, and it really is somewhere like ChatGPT 401, 301, or whatever it is, 401.
Two key points here. Follow me on this, right? So one, in the Web 2 world, when AI first started to get popular with ChatGPT, there was this narrative that GPT wrappers will never accrue value. So all these startups were like raising at high values because they were GPT wrappers. And there's like a popular narrative. These are all going to go to zero. But over the last 2 years, the opposite has happened. And actually, a lot of the biggest AI companies are not just the models. Like Character AI is currently valued 2-3 billion or whatever it is. It's essentially a really well-trained. It's essentially a really well-trained wrapper. Why is this important to the crypto AI stuff? This is really big because I want to make sure we're on the same page on this. Let's use Eliza as an example. By the way, one of the most popular GitHub repos in the world at this point, Eliza. It's just a few lines of code where you swap out the models. So if you want to use Llama, you just like swap out, your API key. If you want to use OpenAI, you just swap it out. And why is this important? When you say that they're not working in tandem, I really do think you're off on this because when O3 comes out, it's going to be a one-line change. And all of a sudden, all these agents are going to have a lot more power. So when Anthropic or OpenAI or Meta launches a new model, they instantly slot into these agents. And so when they're building tuning on top of it, they are working in they 100% are working in tandem.
Frank, I get that. The issue I've got is OpenAI has consistently gone and destroyed every startup doing anything by incorporating
It's an old narrative. It's not true anymore. It's not. The industry is widening deeply. They're not killing them. It's still the hottest sector.
It is the hottest sector. But everywhere I see somebody trying to innovate, it gets wrapped into the abilities of OpenAI. And so suddenly you've destroyed a bunch of businesses. And that makes it really hard. Sorry?
What about Anthropic? Because when Anthropic first came out, people thought that was going to get destroyed by OpenAI too. And now it's not only is it a viable competitor, but some of the sharpest AI developers in the world prefer using Anthropic over OpenAI.
Yeah, so there's the two key differences between Claude and ChatGPT is one is how it talks, right? It is actually freer. It is, I would say, slightly more conscious in the ability and how what it's allowed to do is quite extraordinary. And the other thing, it has been slightly better at coding. So there's a distinct advantage in the different model type. Now, some people use, for example, Chinese models because they don't have the same restrictions that Western models. You ask it about Tiananmen Square, it won't answer you. But you ask it about how to make a Molotov cocktail to bomb the streets or whatever, it'll tell you because it's a Chinese model, doesn't give a shit. So I don't know. I don't know, Frank, but the issue I've got with this is directionally, I think we all agree. AI and crypto together are, right, this is a perfect sweet spot. The question is where does the value accrue? I think it accrues to the underlying chain more than it accrues to the things because the capital cycle is so fast, the velocity is so fast that it's very hard to have a breakthrough product that doesn't get disrupted by another product. So it's hard to, your time horizon, right? You're much shorter term time horizon than me. So I can't hold this for a year and think I'm going to find a winner apart from GOAT for the reasons that we talked about, because it's actually not that.
Yeah.
And
okay.
so
I hear you, by the way. And on the value accrual side, I think this is where we do agree. I think that these coins look closer to meme coins than they do to like DeFi yield farms, which is fine.
That's okay.
But I'll give you another example, right? There's this coin called Pippin. All right, forget about the coin. I don't even hold it. I like it, whatever. The main developer for it, his name is Yohei. Yohei created Baby AGI, which is one of the first like godfather implementations of AI agent, the concept of an AI agent. And this is about 1.5, 2 years ago. And he's currently developing a framework to allow people to create more of these agents. Why are all these people creating agents? It's because there is a product market fit moment happening here in crypto where
how are these
all these open source developers are finding real traction and like real kind of market forces towards finding the most interesting use cases for these language models.
Different to the Telegram bots.
I heard you use that example. I actually don't understand it, to be honest. Like, what do you mean by that they're the same as the Telegram bots? What do you mean?
Telegram bot is it is a macro that will go and execute strategies for you to make money, right? Theoretically, and people sell those. Same as trading view models, these pinecone models that you can build that has trading systems.
Yeah.
Right? They're so far behind where the hedge fund industry is, but you can make money out of them, and that's okay. But most people don't. Most of the GitHub repositories for all of these things are all these kind of macro models, and that's okay. There's value to that. If it can swap my fucking Solana and do something else with it, that stops me having to do it, which is painful, and I'm a boomer, so I'm not going to do it. But that's not real AI accrual. We're not paying an agent to go and do a specific task for us. We're paying somebody, we're buying somebody's token to be able to use something. I don't think it's there yet. I think it's coming. I don't disagree.
Yeah. So I think the rabbit hole then is, this is a more philosophical question, is, are we as investors going to wait until it's there? Or are we going to start looking for the diamonds in the rough? And to your point on the agents, by the way, you asked about Telegram bots, and you mentioned earlier, like, is frontier research happening right now in AI crypto? And when I heard you say it on the stream, that's when I texted Thread, like, please let me get on, because I think the answer is actually yes. There's a few examples I'll give. Again, interesting ideas. There's one called YNE, yes, no error. It's a Y Combinator guy. He was running a startup. Now he's running this. And what it does is it just looks through research papers. They're building a fine-tuned agent that looks through all these research papers and tries to find gaps to solve issues in health. And it's a pretty like interesting thing. It just got to like 90 mil or whatever it is. That's interesting. You have Pythia. They're trying to put AI into a rat's brain. He was on Thread stream the other day, and this guy's been working on it for 4 years. He's like a famous researcher. He's been working on it for 4 years, and they have a coin, and they're fully supporting and backing the coin. They're doing videos of the rat as they train it to get smarter and smarter, and they're publishing like legitimate research. And so for me, when you said that, I'm like, actually, the most interesting niche thing that's happening in the agent AI crypto space is you're starting to get a lot of community flywheel and like attention around these interesting research things that it would never catch traction like with normal people, if it wasn't in this communal way that they're launching, fair launch, pump fund, all of this. So,
and listen, crypto is the ultimate form of capital formation. I get it.
Yes.
I totally
and
believe
we're tokenizing open source repos, and we're incentivizing open source development.
It's
the coolest thing ever.
It's like DeSci, really interesting. All of this is interesting. I don't disagree with any of it. I just think it's mainly still uninvestable on my time horizon. On your time horizon,
that's valid.
You're trading.
That is valid.
You're trading attention. And there's nothing wrong with that. Attention is the primary currency of the internet. You're trading attention on your time horizon. I'm not. I'm trading network adoption model. So I'm trading Metcalfe's law. You're trading attention models. They both are the same thing over time, but mine is attention over time. Yours is attention over shorter time. That's great. So for me and my investing style, can I choose out of the 50 new AI tokens every day that are coming? No. Much like I can't do it with memes. And I don't. So I pick one that I think might be interesting or whatever. I've got smoking chicken fish because I like it. Whatever it may be. But in the end, I'm not in the trenches like you are. What I'm fucking good at is the long-term trend. I'm good at that. And I will, when I see that trend, that's where I make my money. I don't do it this way because I think it's too difficult for most people.
By the way, I respect you a lot for saying that. And I think if there's progress that we can make from this conversation, because I actually think you're smart. I followed you for a while, to be honest. I think you're really sharp. I think my take that I disagree with Thread on, and you guys were talking about GOAT earlier, I've been the biggest proponent. I do not think that there are solidified winners in the space yet. Like, there just isn't. We're really like 3.5, 4 months into this like AI agent crypto thing or whatever. And the winners today have grown really fast. But to your point, I understand what you're saying. You want to get on right before the curve really takes off and there's a solidified winner. So it's a clean one shot. We pick the winner. And there are certain people that feel like that's already happened with AI16Z or Go or whatever it is. Personally, I don't think we're there yet. But I do think, throughout this year, we're going to see, winners in a big way. Because, yeah.
I don't think my favorite trade of all time is the
Yes.
second cycle.
Interesting.
Right. So, like for me, I've deployed a lot of capital into Xcopy and Beeple and some NFTs because they got battle tested. These things look like they're going to accrue stupid fucking value. Solana 2022 was a big one for me. ETH 2020 was a big one for me for the same thing. It's that second cycle, battle tested. Is it real or not? Now it's too early to do this with AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think GOAT has a chance because it's actually not an AI thing. It is a meme based on something extraordinary that happened. Here's one for you that I want to ask the question of. Why are we not talking about Tau and Render? Now, Barry Silbert, who knows, an old mate, he's gone all in on this stuff.
Yeah.
Barry got the Bitcoin call right back in 2010, whatever it was. Are we overthinking it, mid-curving it, when it's kind of there? Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't make
great
because
question.
Tao's complicated.
Great question. And I think this is where the divide of AI last cycle to this cycle is. And I've heard the same thing said about DeSci as well. Like, DeSci this cycle looks like what AI was last cycle. But in reality, there's a divide, which is, okay, there's AI as a sector. It's a sexy word. And there is like interesting things happening there. And then there's tokenizing open source development. And AI is the vehicle because it's the most interesting open source thing in the world right now. Because what is a large language model? It's an API that I plug in to a piece of software that's going to do more than what the API itself does. That's what building on top of, any of these LLMs right now looks like. So the reason why Tau, to me, is less exciting than maybe even some of the stuff coming out now, some of the bigger players now, because I think the real wave is that for the first time, we're actually finding a way to bootstrap rapidly open source development. And you think about how what the implication is for AI. The doomsday scenario is the world where some people have this worldview. The doomsday scenario is the world where it's just open AI. They control all of AGI and like they just come and dominate the world. But for the first 2.5, 3 years of AI, like since ChatGPT came out, like the question is, how are we ever going to get open source development to like compete with the behemoths? And the reality is, it's not that they're going to compete. It's that using Llama, using these AI models, there's going to be even more excess and more surplus created by all of the different ways that people make it useful for the end user. Obvious one for crypto. This is the most obvious one probably. Griff AIN, Noor, these front end interfaces where you just type in, I want to send $5, to my friend. You just type it in and it interfaces with the blockchain and just does what you're asking. That's like how I see mainstream adoption on crypto being, one-on-one. And that's obviously not what Tau and the bigger kind of existing AI plays are focused on. That's what the new stuff is focused on.
Tau is more the infrastructure play, and they often don't perform as well as the applications layer. I get that. We haven't figured out the applications layer yet.
We have not figured it out, yes.
Here's something to think about as well that I put in my head. And I said, I don't know any of the answers to this. Why didn't Aave outperform ETH?
I honestly don't know. I don't know. I wasn't too deep on.
But you know what I mean? That was the big DeFi thing that broke out, right? Aave's a real thing used by almost everybody in some way, shape, or form, or Uniswap, right? Either of those two, right? They're ubiquitous, they're everywhere, and they didn't outperform the underlying blockchain. The signal in that I think people ignore. It did in short periods of time, obviously, right? DeFi summer, they crushed it, but over time they haven't.
So what would be the takeaway from that then? Just buy Solana?
But maybe the applications layer is not as valuable as the Metcalfe's law accretion of value to the base layer, right? Number of active users, total value transacted. We actually make more money out of the underlying blockchain than we do out of all of the applications because of almost perfect competition in this space. Maybe.
Yeah.
And so I've started, I keep really thinking about the signal. I don't know, Frank, you weren't listening, or maybe you were. The friend of mine who bought Bitcoin really early and has done nothing. And when I speak to him now, he's made investments in the past. He goes, I just try and look to see whether it'll outperform my Bitcoin or not. And it made me think about all of the noise, all of the kind of screaming and shouting on X is in the end, the adoption of Bitcoin keeps going up.
Yeah.
And you don't actually have to do anything. And the value accrual goes to the chain itself. Now, ETH maybe not because they overbuilt capacity, but it'll come back.
Yeah.
Solana's clear, a bunch of these. And so that's what I struggle with is, am I mid-curving the entire fucking thing? And I should just buy, which is mainly what my strategy has been, which is just buy 3 or 4. Don't fuck this up. Go to the beach, which I am actually on the beach right now, and don't do anything.
Type shit. Yeah. So I think then we split off into 2 worldviews, right? Which is, if you believe that there isn't a winner today, I think we might be on the same page. I wonder how much capital will flow into the actual winner/winners when that becomes really clear. Some people feel like that's already happened. Again, which is a big schism, but I don't think it has. And I think when it's like obvious, like, oh, buy this, like same way the render was, and same way, honestly, for a minute the Tau was, but in this new era, I think the amount of capital that will flow from institutions, from people that just want exposure to this could be really, really high.
Yeah, but I think that's a 2027, 28, 29
Interesting.
thing. This is not this. This is the testing cycle, right?
Sam Altman said AGI this year, Raul. Sam Altman said AGI this year.
Elon said 2026.
Yeah, but my view is, what I love about crypto is the rapid capital formation, testing of ideas, nuking it, building it, all of this stuff, right? The test, iterate, learn cycle is so fast in crypto. It's like nothing else in the world. Better than any product cycle in history. Have I frozen? No. Have I frozen?
No, my bad.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, so it's better. The velocity of capital in this space is better than any space that have ever existed, which is fantastic. But we tend to be super early to stuff. So we get an idea, we turn it into a meme, we pump the shit out of it. It fails, but the signal is real. It's like the NFT signal, people have no comprehension how big NFTs are going to be. And not just on the art side. It's like every fucking ticket, every contract you do, everything will be an NFT. But people just can't see it yet. It's like the metaverse. Everyone got nuked on the metaverse last cycle. But the metaverse is going to be more real than most of our lives are. And so we're really early in doing this. We tend not to accrue much value early. We trade and chop and test.
Yes. You're very right about this, by the way. It's a curse of being too early. 100%. Yes.
Yeah, because
that's my most existential question is like, and to your
well,
point.
It doesn't matter at your time horizon. And this is the most important thing people need to understand on X is fucking time horizons.
Yeah.
Right? Is you can be completely in agreement over where things are going, but your trading time horizon is super short generally, and mine is super long generally.
Yeah.
And once we understand that, we can.
I'm trying to get there, by the way. I'm trying to get where you're at now. Like that would be awesome. That's the goal. Do you feel like that for people that are watching this too? Curious. Do you feel like you have to start out to a degree? If your goal is to make a lot of money in crypto, do you have to start out with shorter time horizons, or you think that's a fallacy as well?
I think it's a fallacy.
Interesting.
And this whole "don't fuck this up" thesis is this.
I like it. Yeah.
Which is, listen. Generally speaking, 90% put it into the long-term tokens. If you got the timing roughly right, I mean, my asset allocation switch was Solana, like, I don't know, averaging at 20 something, 21. Okay. And then halfway through, I did SUI, which did another 6x last year, right? You don't need to do more than that. But if you have 10%.
Hyperliquid? No.
But if you've got the 10%, let's say, and you did manage to knock a meme coin out of the cycle, you'll fucking do another 10x on your entire portfolio because it goes up 100x or whatever it is, right? So I think everybody should speculate in the smaller stuff, but if you just hold a core bag, you don't risk nuking yourself. Now, you could be more risky than me and say, I'm going to put 20% in memes. Prove to me that you can get a consistent return over time, or at least one big shot, then great. I can't. I tried.
Yeah.
I've never made any money in that degen bag I've ever had. Ever.
Type shit.
So it kind of feels like, Raul, that we have similar agreement that the intersection of AI and crypto is going to be massive, but the separation is mainly time-based, where
Yes.
we're sort of hyper-focused on right now, today, and you're more like, I'm worried about 2 years, 5. You're talking about 2030. We're talking about like
No, I'm also-
January 15th.
Generally, yes, but also my actual view is that as altcoin season kicks in over the some part of this year until the summer, they're going to come for XRP and they're going to come for Doge. And we're going to sit there and go, what the fuck just happened? Because we believe that a bunch of new entrants will suddenly discover through 17 clicks on CoinMarketCap some random AI coin that we own because our mate got us into it. It ain't never going to fucking happen. 0.0.0 chance. That's what haunts me, is that almost everything is going to underperform some very basic things. The reality is, whatever you think about XRP, there is more video content on YouTube than any other thing in the world in crypto outside of Bitcoin. So if you're a new person, you go crypto, XRP. Alexander Good talks about this. There's so much content around XRP and Cardano that it's in every AI model. It's the training data.
Yeah.
And then the only other one, if you want to get to something that it's easier to understand, it's Doge. And you might get the derivative of WIF and stuff, but nobody's this far down the rabbit hole apart from us lot.
So I think the CoinMarketCap thing is an interesting take. You could argue, though, that this person who's looking to interface with crypto for the first time and has never touched it has used AI before. So there's almost this like pre-existing touch
Have you
point.
actually asked people outside of, look, crypto Twitter is actually a very intelligent, really smart crowd, generally speaking. Go and speak to the ordinary guy when you're walking around LA and say, how much do you use ChatGPT? I've shown every single one of my friends how I talk to it using the advanced voice chat as a mentor and a guide. They're like, what? I'm like, let me show you how I can use the video and it can describe the scene and tell me where I am. I was in northern Zambia on the northern Luangwa River in the super remote. There was not a single person for 100 miles. I took a photo, put it into ChatGPT because we had a Starlink with us, said, where am I? It goes, you're either the northern Zambezi or North Luangwa in Zambia. I'm like, this is fucking insane.
What I will say is there isn't a kid in the world under 24 years old that has not used GPT before because of school. And that is that is true.
I'm going to say the best, if we could just tokenize character AI, I would be all in. Character AI is the TikTok of the new kids. It is the thing that every parent will say that's the most toxic thing on earth. That you have a friend that's called the bully at school who is good at sports, right? And that's a character called whatever, some anime character, 450 million conversations. It dwarfs everything else. Character AI is the greatest application layer of the entire thing so far.
If you squint your eyes a little bit, you think about what Eliza is in the i16Z, it's kind of like, okay, if you squint your eyes, it's kind of open source character AI. What is it? It's all these open source devs making different characters. Because that's in the tech itself. Basically what people are customizing, if you're making a really low effort version of a Eliza fork, you're just customizing one page. It's called a character sheet. And that's what gives the agent all its personality. And what they've done is just made it really easy to hook that into Discord and Twitter and Telegram. So it's like it's a template almost to get it to be on all the different platforms that people are on. But coming back to your point on crypto, Raoul, like about will people buy these coins? Okay. My take is a little bit different on how people are going to onboard this cycle. I think last cycle people heard about DeFi and NFTs as these ways that people were making retarded amounts of money really, really fast. And I think this cycle, almost all of that is happening right now on Solana. So we're both on the same page, like the base for that reason. Coming onto Solana and they're buying coins using Phantom, using Moonshot, then maybe using BullX and Photon. If you look up YouTube videos of where are people like buying a lot of these spot coins, yes, I agree. XRP, Cardano, they have a wealth of content. But that long tail of people that want to get rich fast, they're going to onboard on Solana and they're going to be buying coins. And the thing with memes is, and this is maybe more of a trench view, but the meme stuff is like, I remember when TikTok, the chill guy run. You remember this? It's like, after that, people thought the TikTok meta would happen and they would come and buy everyone's existing like meme coin bags. But the kids just started making their own pump funds.
And that's
You'll
what I
be
think is
surprised.
going to happen to this.
Yes.
This is what I think exactly is going to happen to the
But I
AI.
think it's harder to do with AI stuff. It's way harder to get the bids.
They won't buy it. They won't buy it. And we'll be stuck there going, they're going to buy A16Z. Surely they can see it. And we're going to be sitting there with a bunch of tokens not going up, and XRP is going to go up 10x. And we're going to go, we mid-curved it. That is my exact point about this is why I think we're going to mid-curve it. The other thing I want to go back is about Eliza versus, what they've got is kind of off-the-rack AI chatbots. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
What Terminal of Truth is doing and the infinite backrooms is a whole fucking different level.
Yes.
Right? These things are almost, and Andy and I have talked about this, they're probably somewhat sentient. Right? This is, and you can see all of these automated chatbots, they're terrible. Now, of course, the world is going to go to non-terrible chatbots without question.
Yeah.
And is it going to be on Eliza?
Like
Who the hell knows?
AIXPT, I think it's pretty good. Like AIXPT is probably the biggest KOL in the entire industry at this point. It just got to 380,000.
It's pretty crap.
No, I disagree.
But it also
I'm
does
sorry,
have the most mind share.
If I ask you the question, if I hit the two of you up and say, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I get a better answer. I'm sorry, but it's not any good.
I was skeptical at first, but I've watched. It's like, so they have two things that AIXPT. By the way, relative strength wise, it's like the strongest. It is the best agent. Like, I think it's kind of hard. I haven't seen a good argument for anyone saying there's a better one.
It's the first agent as well, right? So it has value for being.
No, it's not.
But the first kind of known one that broke out.
It is the first. I think it is one of the first breakout ones because every normal person that joins the space, who are the first people they follow it? And that's why I love you, Raul, because, when I'm getting into crypto, I'm seeing your face. I'm seeing like the big talking heads, and because you're looking for alpha, I'm looking for things to buy. That's when people onboard into crypto, they usually follow like people that are tweeting about coins, about investing philosophy. This is the stuff they're following. And so AIXBT at this point, every new person is coming in the space. I think they're just getting recommended this thing. The account growth is nuts. And they have two ways to interface with it. One is obviously the Twitter. You tag it and it gives you thoughts on a coin. And sometimes coins move ridiculously, on the information that it shares. But they also have a terminal. And I've tried using the terminal and it's pretty good, man. Like, it's like talking about stuff from dev updates to white papers, putting it into like just a few words that I can't get that kind of output from GPT or Anthropic. Like, it's nuts. It's reading the blockchain. It's reading people's.
He was cooking too.
I'm just getting into it.
I know. I want to text him.
Oh, yeah, my internet, dude.
Yeah, it's the internet.
Yeah.
You're back though. You lost you at. You can't get
the
the
point
outputs.
is, I think it's worth looking at. The tech, I think, is actually pretty next level for AIXPT, and that's why no one's been able to duplicate that type of output thus far. But I think it's gonna get better. Like, yeah.
And I'm gonna say yes. Look, it's super interesting. I follow it very closely. I don't think it's that good yet. If you gave it to Andy Alley and said, "Build me a chatbot that is really smart and has a character," my guess still is he would do a better job. And that's the difference between our crypto world, thinking we're the cool kids, and the actual cool kids. And Andy is not at the forefront either. I but follow a bunch of other people like Pliny the Prompter and people like this who are breaking by using clever prompting, breaking out all of these models into kind of living, breathing creatures. I'm like, fuck. And then you've got Ilya leaving OpenAI from what he saw. So you've got this whole chain of shit going on, and we're at this end still. That's my argument with this is, again, I think we all share the same idea.
Yeah.
I just think there's more noise than signals still.
Fair. If I could leave you with one thing, like one frame to like look at over the next month, 2 months, is if you shift the angle to thinking about it as tokenizing and incentivizing open source development and AI being like the clear most interesting place for experimentation happening in the world broadly right now. I think that's the most real red pill behind this shit.
Yeah. I think it's the greatest use of blockchain on earth. I think your probability of choosing the right token is close to zero unless you're operating on a very short-term time horizon. Right? And I agree with that. It's very hard for anybody who's not in the trenches all day, who's not up until 3 o'clock in the morning looking at every single price action.
We lost it, but keep going.
I think it's really hard for anybody who doesn't do what you guys do, which is why I like watching what you do, because you're doing very different stuff from me. It's like why I like Ansem. It's like, it's not my world, but I respect it because it's a different time horizon. It gives me informational value for my bigger picture. Like my bigger picture of stuff will give you informational value. That's the way we should deal with it. I just think for most ordinary people who are not traders on very short-term time horizons, who are looking at the relative charts of everything, they're going to get fucking nuked by this. And that's okay. I mean, markets nuke people, but, I'm very careful about that stuff and bringing people down that road as well, because I know what the crowd turns against you when it changes.
Bro, I really feel like you're going to leave this call and just start firing into AI coins. Like, I can feel it. I know that notepad is like, buy this, buy this.
Literally, I've come away realizing that there is no good argument why any of these will succeed, but the thesis is right, which I'm not that guy. I am going to probably think about goats overnight because I understand it is honestly, out of all of this, it is the left curve, right curve take. Because nobody knows, the mid curve take is, I don't agree with the goatsy philosophy, blah, blah. Nobody fucking knows what it is. It doesn't matter. It's the first one. It was humans being infected by a meme virus, by a random Kiwi developing this infinite backrooms, weird projects where AI starts talking to. This stuff is sci-fi. So I think you and I had the same impression. In the end, that and maybe fart as a derivative is an easier bet.
I honestly very much like leaving this combo though, that the thesis is correct. Which coin to buy tomorrow is unclear, but the thesis that this is going to be massive, and we both agree on it. I like that.
Yeah, and when I said that everybody's mid-curving it, I think everyone's over-justifying where we are today. And if I break that all down, I always like to find common ground. We found common ground very quick, which is like, you know what? GOAT is an OG. Okay, great. The other thesis of the common ground is, yeah, the thesis is absolutely correct. And so that is why conversations are great to have, because you actually dig into really what matters.
Hey, this is fun. We're gonna have to do a part 2. I gotta ask you 2 final questions.
We're gonna do one on NFTs one day. I'm gonna bring you back into the fucking thing. You're gonna be buying dick butts. You're gonna be buying it. Yes, you are.
I might never buy a dick butt in my life, bro. I'll tell you this.
You will.
I'll tell you this.
You will be buying crypto dick butts. I promise you.
If I wake up tomorrow and I see a 7-figure clip into GOAT, I'll buy a dick butt. That's my proposal to you. I'll buy a dick butt on the spot.
You will buy dick butts out of FOMO because there's 5,700 of these things of crypto lore. They've got similar lore to punks, and you're going to leave this call and go, fuck it, I've got to buy a dick butt.
Yeah, and
you'll go down the rabbit
There's
hole.
only 1 billion GOAT tokens as well. All right, two final questions. First of all, thank you for this. I want to ask you more broadly. I called it Trad AI. I know you liked that. Can you give me, to the best of your ability, like paint the picture of what the world is gonna look like with AI, forget crypto, in 2030, 3 to 5 years from now? How is the world gonna change?
Okay. I've written a lot about this. Anybody watching this, I can't express how important it is. Go to Real Vision. It's free to join. realvision.com/join. There's a whole thing about the next 5 years. Also, I write a service called The Exponentialist, which is all about technology and crypto. It's all free. So just go there. There's a free trial going on of all of that stuff. That's not my point. Okay. GDP growth, how economies grow, is driven by population growth, productivity growth, and debt growth. We broke debt growth in 2008. We've just been servicing debt since, which is what I call the everything code cycle. Population growth, we've got an aging population. They're shrinking everywhere in the world. Productivity, old people aren't productive. We're about to introduce infinite humans, both at a physical labor level, which is the robots, and infinite knowledge. Almost all value that accrues to humanity in every working thing that they do is about knowledge or labor. Every knowledge worker, a lawyer, an accountant, a doctor, a surgeon, a dentist, well, those two get paid a lot because they're the mix between manual and knowledge, right? Skilled knowledge workers who are manual. All of that is gone. Now, that's not going to be gone in 5 years, but it's going. But the flip side of that is if GDP growth is the population growth, we're going to be growing population at infinite size very soon. Very soon. As these AI agents come in, we're going to be creating economic activity that breaks economic models. And guess what? It's not going to accrue to us. And then we're going to be building businesses that AI can interrupt, can copy and launch instantly. So first, I copy your SaaS business model product, your Dex site. I build mine, and I build it in Hindi because I think I can get the Indian market. The AI agent goes, fuck all of you, this is what to do, and it will know better. Right, end. All of our businesses. I'm already building an AI video. I've got a voice version of me coming out next week on the Real Vision platform, trained on all of my data. So you'll be speaking to me in this conversation, and you'll be able to talk to it. By the end of maybe March, it'll be a full video version of me, trained on all of my stuff. And I've got more long-form finance content than probably anybody else in the world. So then our job is, you and I right now do one-to-many broadcasts, right? So this conversation is, well, two to many.
Yeah.
We're going to go to one-to-one. Netflix is going to be one-to-one films. You will see different films according to who you are, because you can instantly render anything. So everything you understand about the world, and then you add in AR and VR, plus the rise of robots, everything you understand about the world is about to change. Everything is going exponential together, which is Metcalfe's law is this exponential we used to in crypto. We kind of got our heads around that. Metcalfe's law squared is where we're going, which is Reed's law, which is something that none of us can comprehend, but we can feel it happening in AI. We can see it in the world around us. It's going to break society. It's also going to give us the biggest fucking opportunity we've ever had in our entire lifetimes. This next 5 years is don't fuck this up. And, I will argue all day, I will argue all day I don't want everybody to be trading and miss the trend. The fucking trend is so big. As the robots and the AI come, crypto is going to be part of this. This trend is the big one for all of us. This crypto happens to be the largest investable macro trade of all time. It's been the greatest performing asset in all recorded history, and it remains so. So the point being is that focus on this. You have one job. Don't lose your tokens. Think of the guy who bought Bitcoin at $3. His job was not to lose his tokens. If you lose your tokens because you're overusing perps or you're fucking around in the 78th AI token and you've gone 50% of all of your bags into it, you will fuck this up. And if you're not careful, you'll enter 2030 without enough money to give you the comfort that you need. So I can't stress how important this is. I live my life by this, and I just tell everybody else to do this. This is our time. After this, I don't know what it is, but I know that humans enjoy being humans, and we also enjoy nature. So somewhere between nature and being humans and communities, we'll figure it out. So I'm not worried about us. I'm figuring out what money even is when AI is better investors than us, builds better businesses than us, or we create total abundance in everything, then nothing's of any value. So that's why look, I'm pitching something here now, but go to realvision.com/join. Just join that. You'll see the product that I've got called the Exponentialist, which talks about this in massive detail. It's free for the rest of the month. Just arbitrage it. Don't care if you don't pay any money for anything. Arbitrage it for free because it's there to help everybody with this kind of shit because it is big.
Use ref code TG. No, I'm just playing. What's the number, the dollar number that I need to make before 2030?
You don't. You need a house in a place that you want to live, in the style of life that you want to live, and you want enough liquid assets, because we already don't want fiat, that you know that you can release capital over time to pay your bills while you figure out what your role is in this new world. My guess is you're young enough to figure out, and I think you're on the right track. I think being a creator and a community is actually incredibly valuable to humans. We still want to be humans, right? We want to have these conversations with real humans. So I think that's incredibly valuable. But I think it's going to be about get a fucking roof over your head, get the basic things. Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in sunshine? Do you want to live in cold weather? Do you want to live in a mountain? Do you want to live whatever? Figure it out. And it doesn't have to be in the United States. It doesn't have to be I need to live in St. Bart's. There's plenty of places. You could do it cheap in El Salvador or Nicaragua, or you could do it cheap in Thailand, or you can do it expensive and be in St. Bart's. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. But protect yourself so you can enjoy the change and not fear it. Because if you haven't protected yourself and banked your lifestyle chips, you're then at risk of everything.
Yeah. All right, this is my final question for you, Raoul. This was, by the way, I like you. This was sick. This is so fun. We got to do it again. You kind of already answered it, but just for the clip, there's a lot of people that are listening that they're young, they're Zoomers. They have absolutely not made it. They have no clue what is going on with AI, and they're just starting to wrap their head around with crypto, and they're like, what the fuck do I do? Like, what is your Raoul Pal legend motivation or advice for that kid that's watching it that doesn't know what the fuck to do in this new world?
And I do this with a lot of friends. I had a friend's kid over. He's 19, 20 at university. He's like, what do I do? And I'm like, firstly, just buy a bit of Bitcoin, a bit of ETH, a bit of Solana, and do 80% that. It's the same advice, right? And I don't want to hear you're bleating on that I can't make the 100x, because I want to prove to yourself, young 20-year-old, that you can make the 20x and go and fuck around with whatever you want with the other 20%. Learn the game. The game of investing is not easy. I've been doing it for 35 years. It is not easy. So you need to learn the game. And so don't nuke your book, because this space goes up over time. All you have to do is do nothing and you'll make money. But it's not enough money. I get that. It's not going to pay your mortgage. I get it. But I don't want you learning by failing with everything. I want you to fail with a part until you learn the game. And if you get it right and you knock it out of the park and you make a few 100x's, great. But I don't think you can do it all in one go, because I think most people I've seen do that have failed. And the only people you see on X are the people who didn't fail. And there's very few, there's a handful, there's maybe 20, 30, there's not everybody's GCR, right? There's 50,000 GCRs, maybe 100,000, maybe 500,000 GCRs that never made a penny. they all lost all of their stake at the casino. Don't lose your stake at the casino. This casino is rigged in your favor. It goes up. That's bananas. The greatest rigged casino game of all time, and people are fucking it up.
Hey, I heard you say bananas. Hey, you're like my lit uncle I never had. All right, actual final question, I'll let you go. Because chat is spamming this specific question. How do I make $10 million in 2025?
Well, you can start with 100 million and trade AI tokens.
Raoul Paul, you're hey, W-Unk, you're a fucking legend, bro. Honestly, thank you for this. This was fucking fun. I had a blast. I hope you had fun.
I loved it. I loved it.
It was awesome. We gotta do it again. I'm gonna peer pressure you to come back on for part 2. But thank you for your time, bro. Go buy some fucking goat. Post that 7-figure clip. I'll buy a dick, but I swear. You're the man, bro.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Peace. Bro said start 100 mil by AI tokens. Oh my god, that was so good. Chat. How was that? What did you think? All right, here's my takeaway. How do you think I did? I know Frank came in with his like big words and in clear mind, didn't get emotional. I got a little emotional. I got 3 takes. Number 1, that was our best stream ever, undeniably. Number 2, Raoul Paul is really fucking smart, bro. I like him. I think, at least for the beginning, I was struggling because I felt like he just wasn't getting it. And then we eventually worked backwards and got to a point where the framing was we agree on where it's going, but our time horizon is different. And I was like, okay, I can get there. Once we got to that point, I'm like, okay, yeah, we get it. We're just like talking about a different game. We both know where it's going. I'm just saying it's here right now, and he's just saying it's not gonna be here for 5 years. I'm like, okay, cool, we get it. The third takeaway is I've never done a debate before. Honestly, I was trolling when I said it was gonna be a debate, and then I just like started getting fired up, and it just turned into a debate. So I think that was sick. Everyone was spamming like to bring Frank on earlier, but I was like, man, let me sit in the. I felt like I was against the ropes, getting pieced up. I'm like, bro, let me take a few more punches first. Like, let me sit with it a little bit. Let me take a few more punches first. Let me take a few more punches. Let me just get hit up. Let me get pieced up a little bit more, and then I'll come back. And then cause I knew Frank was gonna come on in and bail me out. So I was like, all right, before I get bailed out, like let me get pieced up a little bit. How did I do? Honestly, how did I do? I felt like I did decent.
What's my opinion on how you did?
Yeah, how'd I do? I got pieced up for sure. I got pieced up.
How did I do? Bro, he's buying GOAT tomorrow. What else do you need to fucking know, man? What else do you need to know? He's buying GOAT tomorrow.
Fuck you sellers.
Yeah. Nah, dude, that was the best stream I've probably ever witnessed in crypto because that was the first time where I actually could not turn it off.
Probably nothing had a day today.
That was fucking insane.
Hey, we had a day today.
Hey, day not finished.
That was lit. Gold price has not moved. Chat, you want me to call Frank right now?
That was so sick. Also, Frank bringing out like the startup lore of like, well, Anthropic did this and like all this shit. That was so sick. All right, I'm going.
All right. Anyway, I gotta pee. Give chat a speech real quick.
Chat, the red guy has been doing this for so long, for years, and he now today, January 14th, 2025, that was probably the best like hour podcast type interview thing that I've seen him do. So it just shows, bro, you can peak and peak and peak and peak like Gunna, dude. Gunna had bangers, everything litty, I love when it's hot, Lil Baby collabs, goes to jail. Then you're like, oh, Gunna's coming out of jail. Is he gonna have a hit? Boom, fuck you mean. Biggest song ever, bro. Like, you could just unexpectedly bang at any time as long as you keep trying.
All right,
So keep trying,
We
chat.
just dropped 500 people during that. Chad, you want me to call Rasmer? I was like, Rasmer, shut up. Who's again?
You want to call Raspberry?
I mean, Frank. Chad, you want me to call Frank? Hey, I love you, Rasmer. I love you, OG.
Okay.
Chad, you want me to call Frank and do a debrief? You want me to call Frank? I'm gonna call him. Hey, where you guys going? Help me move my stuff. Help me move my stuff after this.
I'm going on a walk. Also, pasta. Don't fucking diss me in chat. And if you diss me in chat, then clip me.
Hey, Chad, I'm calling Frank. Hold on, chat. Hold on.
Is it working?
Yeah, wait, give me a second.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're back. What happened?
Dude,
Hey,
Malcolm's got to fix the Wi-Fi.
I know,
in
what
this
the
place,
fuck?
man. Oh, God.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude? That was awesome.
Hey, can I tell you first? Tell me, you glaze me. You can glaze after if you want, but
Yeah.
you are incredible. I don't like to glaze you too much. You're incredible. You know what you're really, because you
Fuck. My internet.
I know. You were done though. You got your point across. I think you like represented yourself incredible, and you're really good at the clear thinking that I'm trying to get good at. You don't give yourself enough credit with it, because you are very good at. I start to get emotional. I'm like, rah! I start screaming and shit. You're very good at like hearing what he's saying, listening, and not interrupting, and then taking what he said, putting it in like the Frank blender, and then spitting something out that's like quality. Well done. What do you think? How was the stream?
I think, well, okay, I'll say my DGen thought first, which is like, holy fuck, guys, we are early. Like, there are buyers coming. Like, because I think it's the biggest thing that was frustrating me while I was texting you, like, yo, let me get on for 2 minutes. It's not about competing with OpenAI. It's not about competing with any of these guys. It's that crypto is one of the sectors that is the most interesting place where things are being built on top of like the basic models. And so I just like, I think when Raul and like, other people will get this, like people are open sourcing development on top of AI, and crypto is one of the most interesting places where that's happening. That's the pill, dude. Like, that's the interesting part.
I think we just got stuck.
As long as we got that across, I felt good.
You did a good job getting like, I felt like we just got like stuck on like a nuance, and then I just like was struggling to like, because then he was like, he's trying to say WIF is bigger than AI, and I'm like, well, I was like, I was.
The NFT moment was a little like, oh, come on, bro. Like, I'm an NFT guy. Don't get me wrong. I think NFTs are great, but it's the, yeah, it's just like there's that. And I think the other thing is the specific projects. So I was telling Malcolm about this even before I hopped on. Like this Yohei guy, bro.
He's the best.
He created Baby AGI. That's like that's like one of the first like AI agent things that came out just in AI generally. And he's like leading the effort on making a framework. So not only does that validate the idea of like AI agents being important in crypto frameworks, whatever it is, but dude, I watch like Web2 startup podcasts, YouTube videos all the time. And they bring up this guy fucking Yohei and that's one example. So to me, I just feel like with Raul, his point on time horizon makes a lot of sense. Because we have friends, right? We're meeting all these guys through banks and all this stuff like that want to just know, what do I park money into? And I agree, it is really like it's a bloody like.
We don't have an answer for them. We do not have an answer for anybody.
Tough. It's tough. Because do you say the winners right now, but then like, you know, are they going to have the best multiples? Maybe, maybe not. Are they going to continue to be the winners? Maybe, maybe not. So it is tough to capital allocate, I think, if you're not fully immersed in it. But why I think that's exciting for us, the chat as well, is that, dude, if you're watching the stream, you're already deep enough, bro. Like, you know, and you probably don't have a 10-year time horizon, let's be honest, right? We're trying to make 10.
Bro, somebody posted a clip.
Bigs this year,
Someone posted, Block News posted a clip. It says, Raoul Paul just said AIXBT is shit. Listen. AIXBT replies and said Raul's bags are down. He replied and said, ha 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 ha.
Yeah. No, AIXBT is like, I don't care who you are, bro. That's impressive, dude. Like what they've been able to pull off is like just straightly like impressive. Like I don't know any other way to spin it, to be honest.
Dude, that was so fun though. You've been screaming at me. You've been screaming to do debates forever. By the way, I was joking when I was hyping this up as a debate. I thought I was gonna interview him, and then he just like said some shit, and I was like, wait, hold on, what? And then we just like got into it. I felt like we honestly ended. I know you don't love. Honestly, I don't love if we end on buy go. Everything else is noise, which it's not. I don't love that. Like I don't like that. That's the thing. By the way, I did not steer the conversation there. For the record, I absolutely did not steer the conversation there. It's like a funny bit. It's a funny bit, but like at a certain point, it's like, fuck, man. But I felt like at the end, he kind of was like, yeah, okay. I agree. This is where
If I had to say the wildest take on this whole GOAT thing or whatever, near the end, he's like, yeah, XBT is cool, but if Andy Array was developing it, it'd be I'm like, all right, bro, come on. All right, come on, dude. Like, there's other devs out there, you know.
I felt like we ended and he was like, yeah, this is going to be massive. It's just what is out right now I don't like. What's out right now you're acting like is where I think it's going to be in 5 years, but it's going to get there regardless, which I like.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he's right, you know, for the chat too. It's like, again, people have different size ports. And
also
if you
true.
do have like $10 million and you're trying to figure out where to allocate it, like I think that's tougher than people think. Like it's a tricky game to play. And so his point is valid, like it is. But most of the people in the world are not in that position. This is the thing, right? It's like most of the people on the fucking planet Earth are not in that position.
I mean, is he a nine-figure guy?
I'm sure. I mean, dude, Raoul Paul's been a legend for a long time.
Bro, that was his
You know,
house.
Just
I'm
like anyone
wait,
in crypto, they get controversy, like whatever it is. But he's obviously trying to capital allocate for a long time horizon, and he doesn't want to like lose the money that he puts into stuff.
Of course.
And I don't think anyone can, with a straight face, really say with 100% or even 90% confidence that the winners today are going to keep winning. Like it's tech, it's disruption. Like new shit's coming out, like it's going to get competitive. So I think he's actually very valid on that. I have to give him that. But I don't think that it's something to, I just hate the people that say it's just LARP. That's what, and hopefully this pod and like the clips that go from it or whatever, it's really just not like, you know, it's just like not vaporware. Yes, there's a lot of LARPs that come out. Yes, it's all fake, but to say that everything in the space is like to even like label everything in AI is just, oh, it's all just like this thing, or oh, it's all just that thing. It's just obviously past that point.
Which is why I love that. It's ironic that he loves NFT so much. It's because it's like, bro, I said this. I'm like, man, not almost every NFT that's ever launched is worth zero, but owning things on the internet matters and it's gonna infiltrate everything. Like these two things can be true. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
What I feel like, by the way, let me give my review for the chat too on Threat. So I think
be brutal too. Be brutal.
Yeah. I think that people and myself too, I think you're like a champion for this industry, you know? And like, even we've seen our heroes in this industry sometimes like, oh, maybe the top's in, not throwing shots at Base 16Z, not throwing shots at him, the GOATs, like, you know, but it's, you're a champion for the industry. And so when someone's pushing against it, I think like you could speak up, right? Even if you don't feel like you're articulating the perfect way. We talk about it all the time. So I think that was my only take, is just push back a little bit more. It makes it more entertaining too. But dude, you did great, man. Like that's sick. I was enjoying it a lot, but it was the one or two points that I felt like kept getting twisted. That I was like, you know, this GPT rapper thing, for example. Guys, I don't want to fucking break the news to you now in 2025, but that was like a 2022, 2023 narrative. Like, oh, GPT rappers are all going to go to zero. OpenAI is going to take over. We have Anthropic now. Llama is like used by some of the best.
This was the thing it's like, where you hit it, that if I could have gotten there, if I could have gotten to character AI, that if I could have just like gotten worked back to that, I was through. But I got like a little stuck, and I was like getting frustrated because I'm like, no, you're wrong. But I wasn't able to like frame it in a way that like got it. I wasn't able to progress the conversation other than like, no, like you're not no, bro. I'm friends with Frank. You don't get it, bro. I enjoyed it though.
YC, I just like a nerd about all the startup stuff, so it's like it's an interesting thing. Like YC made a video. People should go. I tweeted it the other day too. People should go watch it. It's like they're talking about AI agents, you know, in the Web 2 world are going to be the most valuable like startup sector in 2025. Like that's what they're talking about in the Web 2 world. So I think that there's like antiquated takes on AI, and I don't blame people for having them because there's so much of media that was created like in the first wave of the AI stuff with ChatGPT, but most of it has been disproven at this point. And you don't have to look that deep, right? It's like in 2023, the only thing that was there was ChatGPT. Now we have like viable competitors for it. We have applications like Perplexity that are building on top, using all the different models. And this is actually the biggest pill. We talked to the pregnant man, like, you know, we talked to the Wumbo guys about this too. It's like when O3 comes out, It's in tandem, chat. It's not, they're not working against each other. When O3 comes out, here's what's gonna happen. Every single framework, every single GitHub, they're gonna change one line of code. They're gonna change the API from using 4.0 to using O3, and it's gonna make all the outputs 10x better. It's gonna like just make everything better. This is why it's a mind fuck. They're not working against each other. They're working in tandem. As the models get better, so do the applications on top of them. Yeah.
See, I need a little framing help, but I think the real takeaway is that like we're exactly like it's building the applications on top, and it's happening. It's happening in crypto, bro. And I think part of the problem here is he's not really in the trenches for real. He's not in the trenches for real.
Oh, and by the way, he's probably richer than both of us, like by orders of magnitude. So he doesn't. He
doesn't need to be.
You know, I get it.
Yeah.
My goal is to get. I told him I'm trying to get like you, big bro. Like my goal is the goal for everyone in the trenches is like one day, you know, like leave the fucking trenches.
Bro, that was his house. That shit looked like a fucking pub. I'm like, bro, what restaurant did you rent out? He's like, it's my house.
I think he's like really rich.
No, I think the chat's saying 9 figures. Chat's saying 9 figures.
Type shit. Yeah, it's kind of. So we're playing different games. So I think it's valid. Like, honestly, you know, if he was trenching, it's like
350 mil.
Like, damn, bro. Like, don't you got like an island or some shit?
Hey,
like, why
hey,
you buying?
Google says 350.
350
mil.
Oh yeah, and he's probably more. You know, the Google stuff's like always. Yeah. But hey, we might catch up. Type shit. All I'm saying, chat. Like, we're trying to catch up this cycle. No, the other thing too to mention on the blockchain. This is like a one-liner for everyone to chat when your parents or whoever's fudding this AI stuff is vaporware. Like, just the act.
That was a great take, by the way. Oh my god.
Connecting fucking AI to a blockchain is innovation. Like, it just is. You know, it's like OpenAI's not doing it. Anthropic's not doing it. Facebook's not doing it. So, just the act of like fucking connecting the two, reading the blockchain with AI, that's fucking valuable, dude. That's kind of like the grail, right? What is AI XBT doing? It's mixing Web 2 data like Twitter, websites, scraping, all this stuff with blockchain data, reading transactions, and then creating news reports on it. And is that not what a KOL does? Like, is that not what we already do? But it's so to me, I think that should make the point moot off rip. Like, to say that there's no innovation happening in AI crypto is like, well, is OpenAI gonna fucking make a crypto collab? Like, no, like they're not gonna fucking integrate it. So someone's got to do it, and that's why they have APIs. And so yeah, I think that to me is like for everyone, like it's the simple kind of unequivocal truth, right? Like, now you can decide how much you want to value that as innovation, but it just is like it's people are doing new shit. I don't know what else to say.
Hey, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
He just tagged me this shit. We have to watch it. For you, threat guy. This is lit. This is my guy now.
That's some AI I can tell already.
What is it?
Looks like you, buddy.
It's my father. Hi, I'm RAOUL. I am Thread Guy. My wife, Mika. This is my daughter. Listen, son, there's something.
Mika is crazy, bro. Really?
You have to buy dick
Chat, no way he just said Mika, bro.
butts and see the banana zone.
I'll make sure he stops buying shitcoins and focuses only on the things you've suggested. Thank you, RAOUL.
Hey, Dad? You want to have a catch? I'd like that.
Shut up, RAOUL, pal. My goat. Here, I'm still sharing. Hey, Mando in the chat.
CA question mark.
Mando in the
CA question mark.
Mando in the chat said what Frank is saying is right.
Let's go. We got the man.
Hey, give shout. Hey, I gotta turn this sound off real quick. Say some smart shit to chat real quick. And Mando said none of these AI firms are gonna integrate to crypto for us. Speak on that.
You said what? Oh, none of these AI firms are going to integrate. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's exactly the point, right? It's like what Griff AIN is doing, what Newer and all these other front end applications for AI and crypto. Someone's got to do the work, chat. Like, someone's got to figure out how do you connect AI and make it usable with blockchain. And to think that that's not going to be like, if we think that AI is going to be used for all this other stuff, like, oh, I'm going to use it. I'm just going to text my AI assistant to order me pizza or whatever. to think that we're not gonna do that for blockchain transactions is nuts. Like, I think it's kind of odd. Like if we're still that far back, I don't know how to have a conversation. Like, if you think AI is gonna get better, of course we're gonna use your blockchain, but that work is not gonna happen overnight. And OpenAI is not gonna do it for us. Claude's not, Anthropic's not gonna do it for us. So, for that reason alone, I mean, it's already valuable. Obviously, chat, we're going a little deeper down the risk curve. You guys have been following my wallet. Like, I'm vaping like everything and getting rinsed most of the time, last 2 days. But there are going to be diamonds in the rough. There is going to be infrastructure built from this. And our goal is to click the right fucking buttons, right? End of the fucking day. Now, yeah, the more we understand it, the more I think we have a better shot at doing it. I think that's the best case. He's right that it's going to be really unlikely that most of us get into the right coins at the right time or whatever. But be honest, like, if anyone's going to do it, why not us? Like, why not the guys listening to this? Why not the guys trying to get fucking educated on it and try to stay a little bit ahead of the curve? Like, why not us? What else are we going to bid? That's the bar threat. You can rant on that. It's like, what else are we going to fucking bid, bro? I'm not bidding the cat at 2 mil.
Uber Mendez said it. Uber Mendez said it. He said, I'll stop buying AI when you find me something better to buy. Period. By the way, Frank, the two biggest takeaways from all of this, other than I got to lock in on my debating skills, it was so fun though, is one, here's the thing. I felt like when we got to Whiff at 4 bill, Pepe at 8.9, when we got to the top of the 2024 meme cycle, it really felt like peak Murad, it felt like who is left to buy? Who is left to buy these coins? When I look at AI, it feels like the entire world is out. Like when I listen to Raul and then I Google that he has $350 million, I'm like, oh, this is about, and he's convincing himself that NFT, that memes are bigger than AI crypto. I'm like, oh God, we are gonna go so fucking high. The second takeaway is that there is an entire army of Raoul pals that I am going to get on this stream to rinse and repeat this conversation that have unlimited liquidity and a massive TradFi audience that only understands Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, that we are going to talk to on the stream and onboard, because there are a lot of Raoul pals. They might not be as rich as him, as successful as him, as big as him, but bro, that was my biggest stream ever audience-wise. He has a lot of people that really listen to him that have
He's a legend.
that have a lot of money.
He's a legend.
That have a lot of money, and they're not here yet. Bro, the agent crypto market cap, AI agent market cap is 15 billion, bro. 15 billion, bro.
Yeah. And I think the other take too was I have two takes. I want to get like a little conspiracy theory here off, but the main thing is like the best comp is obviously DeFi, right? From us, like if you're asking yourself, have yield farming Ponzi's, like, are people gonna ape that? Are you aping that like this cycle? No, I don't think most people will. Do you think about what is different about crypto since last bull market? There's two big things. It's like Solana trenches, big difference, new stuff, tons of infrastructure, pump fund, all of this. And it's AI agents, bro. What else is new, chat? Like, what else is new? And so if that's the case, like DeFi was new, you know what I'm saying? Like last cycle. Like, so all the little kinks, all the little ideas, they're getting fleshed out to the max. Some of them are running crazy. Late in the cycle, things are running crazy. So I think that's the best comp in terms of market size. And we have a long way to go, you know, before it gets to that total market cap. But then here's where I'm going to rant this for like like a minute 30. So then you ask yourself, like, all right, you know, where is this going? How does this get really, really, really big? I have this dark horse conspiracy that AGI might be happening in development right now, just as Solana, as a chain. So what I mean by this is, what is like the definition of AGI? It's this idea of just like this all intelligent AI. And I think the swarms, what Eliza's doing, when these AI agents start talking to each other, they're all gonna have backrooms with each other. Like imagine this, right? Like Zerobro and Go and Eliza and, you know, fucking Bully, whatever it is, all these agents, when they start conversing with each other and they all have rabid real life human communities and the incentives are aligned, like, holy shit, right? Like, you know, you start to think like these guys are gonna get smarter once they start training each other at rapid pace. Like Show me, chat, where else on planet Earth that is happening right now. It's happening in like data servers, for sure. Don't get me wrong. Anthropic, like they're all going for it. But in the real world, with real humans constantly interacting with it in the highest stakes possible, which is the capital markets, where else is that shit happening? And that's what's going to be required, you know, for AGI. It's just like, I just imagine, that's the crazy world I imagine is, you know, maybe the birthplace of fucking AGI is right here on Solana and it's happening in front of our eyes. That's where you go completely flip and you hear someone say it's vaporware. You're like, well, I think we're just looking at it a little different, you know? I think maybe I'm Moonboy, maybe I'm just, but dude, show me where else that's happening.
I just want to say,
where else is happening.
You said it, and you said your one pushback was like, you know, Thread, you're sort of an evangelist for the space pushback. The one thing that I really feel is that I think for the first time since I've joined crypto, maybe ever, I've never felt so strongly and believed so deeply in something like what we're doing with AI crypto right now. I'm listening to you talk, I'm listening to RAOUL, I'm listening to myself, and I'm like, man, this is real, like this is real, this is tangible, and he can call it mid-curve. I think that's actually the mid-curve tape, but whatever it is. But we're on the right track, whether we need to expand our time horizon, whether we need to move 45 degrees to the left or the right, irrelevant. We're in the right place, on the right track. Someone said, what about Farcaster, Fantasy Top, or Friendtech? Farcaster printed, if you fucking locked in. Fantasy Top and Friendtech. SocialFi's massive. But this is bigger than anything that we've ever conceptualized or looked at before. AI crypto. Frank just said it, man. We're open sourcing, investing in open source AI.
It's the biggest like conspiracy. But again, like I can't get this out of my mind. I'm like, they're making the capital market is like churning, you know? And when the market finds something that it values, it rockets it up. And it creates this huge attention flywheel and a community flywheel. And I followed the stuff in Web 2, guy. I followed stuff in Web 2 as well. But like, if you're a Web 2 guy and you put out like a, let's say, Characters AI, you know, which is like a $2 billion startup or whatever, competitor. How are you bootstrapping that initial audience? What, you're running a bunch of paid ads on fucking TikTok? Like, you're running Google ads for people that are searching for it? Like, it's this antiquated way of doing things. And here, like, go try in Web 2 to get a bunch of people to like test and train your new AI startup. Go for it, guys. Like, go try it. Like, go try to get a bunch of people for no incentive, for no reason to go fucking chat with your AI all day, every day. And I don't think that's happening. There's one place in the world where it's happening right now, guys. There's one place, you know, it's like, it's the fucking Solana trenches on God and base or whatever, but that's where all the real humans are interacting with AI agents, like more than anywhere. So I don't know, man. It's big, dude. Again, maybe we're too early. That's the biggest thing that scares me. I just don't want to be too early. And if I had to temper my take, you've heard me talk about this too, Thread, like if I had to give the other side, which I think helps frame it, there was this period of time with AI when ChatGPT first came out that we call like a plateau. So GPT comes out 3.5, they're building up, it goes to 4. We go to GPT-4. GPT-4 was this huge like upgrade on everything we were able to do with 3.5. But then for about 8-9 months, there was a massive plateau in the industry. In that time, Anthropic was starting to catch traction, you know, Llama comes out, all this stuff happens. But like my only risk that I would warn the audience, and something I factor in as well, is there could be a point where we hit the plateau. People start saying maybe the agents are getting boring, maybe this thing or that thing, and then there's not really any innovation. So that's like the bear case, that's the steel man against what's happening. But then, all right, so that was my argument there. But then you're like Sam Altman saying AGI coming this year, GPT-5 blows everything out of the water. Llama is going to put out a new, like, you know, even more fine-tuned models. You're like, all right, well, yeah, like it could like slow down this year, but what if it doesn't? You know, what if we actually keep accelerating? And there's all these vehicles that people are making that just get instantly upgraded overnight when the new model comes out. The outputs get better, the quality gets better, more devs start joining because they're like, damn, everyone's getting rich in fucking AI crypto. I see that flywheel. I'm laser focused on that flywheel. And again, could go wrong, but show me a more high upside fucking thing. We're all here. We're going to be clicking coins anyway. Show me, dude.
Show me.
I don't think it's the cat at 2 million.
Find me the better trade and I'll make it.
Type shit. Hyperliquid.
Hyperliquid. You tried to sneak that in there. He's not fucking with it at all.
Type shit. Vegas 2025.
Yeah, you like how?
That's the one.
Send my payment, by the way, for this. Send my payment. Send my payment for wearing this.
Oh yeah. Guys, I paid Thread like $1 million for every stream to wear T God's merch. It's lit.
Hey,
that's how he's really making this brag.
Can I just say that
I hit a quick link in the trenches. I sent Thread to wear some D God's merch. It's a great deal we have going here. Yeah.
The LA Vape Cabal is beaming right now. I'm just saying. I guess you're not supposed to address it, but this is lit. I'm having so much fun. You're the GOAT, Frank.
You're the GOAT, man. Thanks for having me on.
Dude, thanks for joining. I'm not gonna lie. I knew at any point if I got too ugly, I have a bailout button, and I clicked it.
No, type shit. No, you're the GOAT, man. You crushed it. I think the next one's gonna be.
I think
we gotta find the target for the next debate, dude. That's
by the way, I think definitely more debates make sense, but I also am gonna just bucket every like TradFi guy that's over 50, and we gotta just snipe them down, bro.
We'll get like a PowerPoint. Give us like 2 weeks, chat. We're gonna have like a fucking dial PowerPoint. We're gonna go convert the institutions. Just watch.
I'm bringing my setup to the house. By the way, chat, it's my last stream in the old house. And Frank, help me lock in on this because we need to. We're going for all of them. Showbert next.
Type shit.
All right, bro. You're the GOAT, dude. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks, chat.
Peace, bro.
Appreciate it.
No. Chat. Debate Sailor for GOAT is flipping Bitcoin. Pasta, should I do my intro right now? Should I do my intro right now? I need to do it. Hey, chat. I need to do an intro for the Raoul's YouTube video. Fuck, I'm nervous, bro. I'm gonna try it one time. Yo, what is good? It is Thread Guy in the following. Oh, fuck. I gotta lock in, yeah. Fuck. I might have to. Fuck. All right. Let me lock in. Chill. Fuck. What should I refer to him as? Legendary investor Raoul Powell? Is he a legendary investor? Is that like a proper frame? Legendary investor? What do I call him? Legendary investor? Mid-curve boomer? Alright, chill, bro, chill. How's that doing tricks on it, bro? You were $350 million talking about you doing tricks on it. Yo, what is good? It is Thread Guy, and the following is an interview and debate with legendary investor Raoul Powell, where we dive into everything, including the fuck! Alright, I'm gonna try one more time. Bro, isn't this your job? Alright, chill. Alright, Frank, let's on the sub. I love you. Yo, what is good? It is Thread Guy, and the following is an interview and a debate with legendary investor Raoul Powell, where we dive into the future of AI, crypto, and most importantly, how to get rich in 2025. Hope you enjoyed. Was that it? Was that it? I think that was it. Or we did it. All right, thinking face. No, it's a debate. It's a debate. We should do screaming. It's a debate. We'll call it the greatest crypto debate ever. The greatest debate ever about the future of AI in crypto. The greatest debate ever. All right, ready? I'm just gonna start screaming on mute and. Man, I'm fucking. All right, chat. Pause. Did I do it? 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 All right, chat. I gotta say a couple things. All right, Pasta, you can leave. Thanks, bro. Couple things. First of all, shout out to the mod. Shout out to Pasta. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Elliot. Shout out to Untaught. Everybody else in the mods. I love you guys. You did amazing. You got rid of that penis bullshit. Was pissing me off. Second of all, no, there's not a 1 mil DCA going to go right now. Say you swear to God. 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 So say. Say you swear. 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 Show me. Show me. Link it. 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 Price has literally not moved. All right. Price actually went down during the interview. If you were curious, it went down during the interview. Nice. Chat, 3 things. First of all, that was my favorite stream we've ever had. Favorite stream we've ever had. Favorite stream we've ever had, by far. Second is tomorrow's my birthday. I turn 23 tomorrow, if you're curious. Yeah, feel free to bring it on if you want. Tell me happy birthday and shit. Send me gifts if you want, whatever. But yeah, I turn 23 tomorrow. I'm feeling old, but it is my Jordan year. Fuck, I can't believe it, man. Yeah. Thank you guys. It's tomorrow, though. Don't say it right now. It's tomorrow. But tomorrow I turn 23. I'm feeling old. Man, is this what it feels like to be old and washed? 23, man. It's like I got two more years till it's... I basically have 2 more years to mate and have children, or it's over. Is what I've sort of come to the conclusion of. I'm turning 23. I got 2 more years to like go to the NBA, have children, find a wife, and I'm cooked. So 2 more years for me. I got back problems. My knees hurt. So I'm feeling fucking old. I feel old, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Time to lock in. Chill, I'm 34, haven't done anything. Go watch a Gary Vee stream if you feel bad about it, honestly. Wrap it up, Unc. Yeah, 23 washed, I know. 23, I look like I'm 40. Jordan year. That's that. I'm officially, the second the stream is over, I'm eating my Moro's pasta. And then... I'm moving into the new house. Pasta got sauce. I'm moving into the new house. This was the best stream we've ever done. I told you I want to do at least 1 poster stream a week. And I am going to hunt down the boomers. I'm telling Raul, tap me into your network, bro. Tap me into your fucking network. I want all the boomers. I'm sniping the boomers down like it's fucking the Hunger Games, and I'm Katniss Everdeen, bro. You buy an AI coin. 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 You buy GOAT. You buy GOAT. You buy Cerebro. I'm sniping them down. Schobert, Sailor, Raoul Paul. If they're over fucking 40, I want them on the stream. If they're over fucking 40, I want them on the stream, man. Okay, I'm American sniper and Italian sniper in this bitch. I'm coming for them all, 1 by 1. Look at this. Market knows. Market knows. Look at how big that candle is, chat. Look at how big that candle is. Market knows. Look at how big that candle is, chat. Market knows. Look at that shit. Market knows. Market. Look at how big that candle is, man. Market knows. I'm sniping down the boomers. So that's that. More debates, more interviews, more guests. I'm gonna stream tomorrow on my birthday if you guys care with Trader Main. That's gonna be fun. And man, I just I'm just grateful right now, man. I don't know. That was the most fun interview I've ever done. It was sick. It was lit. You guys are amazing. I don't have much to say other than thank you for showing out. I mean, bro, we had 1,200 people in here. We're gonna go mainstream. I'm gonna be the biggest streamer in the world. LA Vape Cabal's on the beam. Rasmer had an incredible stream this morning. Shout out to fucking Rasmer. OG's gonna have a lit stream tonight. Shout out to fucking OG. Frank D Gods came on and made it all happen, and fucking Malcolm was in the background making the technical side work. Shout out to Malcolm. Shout out to the whole Vape Cabal, bro. Yeah, I'm just proud, man. I'm proud of all y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I turn 23 tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. Let me ask you this, chat, before I rug. I actually feel weird. I'm always used to being like the little young kid that was like punching up so many years. And now I'm fucking 23, man. I know you think I'm joking, but I'm being serious. I honestly feel old. I feel like my window is running small. And I don't feel like I'm a kid anymore, which is like fun and scary, I guess. What would you tell your 23-year-old self, chat? What would you tell your 23-year-old self? Because I feel old, bro. I used to always be that, like, I'd be like the 8th grade kid in the high school runs, or like the 7th grade kid in the high school runs, or I'd be like the 12-year-old kid in LA Fitness, like getting buckets. Everyone else is 20. And I felt like, fuck, I felt so like wide-eyed and open and young and shit. I still do, but this age feels a little too real this year. What would you tell your 23-year-old self? Not buy Bitcoin, like actually. Or let me ask a better question. What advice would you give to your 23-year-old self? I don't smoke anymore. I don't really drink. I don't do drugs. I got back in the gym. What would you tell your 23-year-old self? Work on skills. Focus on making money. I am, bro. It's weird, man. Like, I feel like I'm getting older. Like, my parents are getting older. My family's getting older. Like, you see people less. I live across the country from my family. Like, I don't see them that much. I don't see my friends that much. Like, don't overthink shit. Just do shit you like. Go out and meet more people. You gotta just keep going, trust your gut. I'm grateful though, man. I feel like I want to cry, dude. 2024, when I was 22, was the best year of my life, dude. Have a gay experience. Maintain your childhood friends. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, man. 22 years old was the best year of my life, dude. I started it so down bad, and my life changed. I went to Romania. Got to shake Iggy Azalea's hand. I mean, that's something, right? Shook Iggy's hand. Gave her a hug. That's something. It's got to count for something, right? Like, that's got to count. That's got to count for something. It was this hand, by the way. That's got to count for something. I met Andrew Tate. I met Tristan Tate. That's got to count for something. I moved in with Rasmer. That's mine. I met Trump. I forgot about that. Yeah, I met Trump.
Also moved out with Rasmer.
They don't know that yet. Is that my package?
This is yours.
Package?
This is mine. Dude, 24 was the best year of my life.
Me too. 9 months ago.
It's the same year I met the right guy. Wait, yeah. I guess I technically met you when I was
No, I quit vaping. I quit vaping months ago. I haven't vaped in months. TG acting like most 23-year-olds are unemployed. I feel old, man. I'm like getting sad right now. I'm getting emotional.
Fred, did you tell chat what you're doing for your birthday? Can we tell them? He's just like throwing a...
I don't like doing stuff for my birthday.
He's doing like a minor event for business, but it's like, it's OD sicko.
Wait, look at this.
Bold up. Should I know who Gamma Chan is?
Yes.
Okay. I'll follow him.
I'm streaming my birthday. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Raoul Powell?
Yeah. You know what I think is tough, man, is in the first half of the interview and in the whole thing, it's like he has this British accent of a presence. Mm-hmm. And it just like conveys authority in a subconscious way.
You feel like he liked me?
100%. I think him having the accent, the British accent, is like a huge advantage.
That would be
it's a rhetorical advantage.
You're so weird, bro.
It is. It's just like you're talking like, dude, like, bro, like, I'm telling you, like, but you're saying good takes. Then he comes back with like a British accent. It's like, how do you beat that?
Chat, you think he fuck with me?
He said I've been want to come on for a while. Of course he fucked with me, bro. That was lit.
How to make 10 mil? Start with 100 mil and copy trade, Raoul.
You know, like, sometimes I go on a stream and I'll do something and I'll know it was... like, if you're in a conversation, if you're in an interview, you'll know it's entertaining. I think that one, like, he clearly could tell that was a fucking banger while he was on.
He knew it was a
the
banger,
whole time.
right?
Yeah, it was a banger. It was a banger.
You cooked today, too. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Did you watch it?
No, but I woke up late, but I came on for a little bit. And then I called Malcolm. The first thing he said was, I was on my way to get coffee. He said, are you watching this? Rasmus doing amazing.
Lit.
He was blushing. He was blushing the whole stream. Those smiles were massive, weren't they?
You know what else is massive? We're not letting it die, chat.
All right, chat. I'm rugging this thing. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. My birthday's tomorrow. If you want to send me anything, no, I'm just playing. Don't send me. I don't need any gifts. Don't send me anything. But I'm 23 tomorrow. I feel fucking weird. I'm gonna call my mom, tell her I love her.
Watch OG stream tonight.
Watch OG stream tonight. Who should I raid?
And I think Oranges was Spoono tomorrow.
Should I raid someone? Chat, who should we raid? I want to start doing this more.
Or maybe Thursday. Orangey and Spoono Thursday, I think.
I want to start raiding people.
Raid Jinx.
Do you think Ron would know if I raid him?
Watches, jewelry, and clothes.
Wait, I met Ron the other day. Chat, you think he'll call me out?
Tip?
Wait.
I'm gonna tip them.
What's his handle?
Maybe I'll throw him a 20.
I'll tell you if he does.
What do you mean throw them like they're fucking animals?
No, I'm just saying I'll throw him a 20.
Dude, it's a big raid, bro. It's like a 500 raid or something.
I hope he sees it, chat. Chat, oh my god. Foster, get ready to clip.
Wait, turn it up.
You know what, chat? Should we turn on donations and every dollar they donate, we just give back?
I don't like
them.
Sorry. Get Heavens.
Quiet.
Hurry! It's gonna be less viewers. It's less, or if it's less viewers.
Every amount of bits we get, we give back to them.
No. Click right now.
Don't do that. I'm serious.
Where is it?
Do it. Top right. Click it.
Bits because it goes instantly to you.
Dude, holy shit. Yo, spam chat. You gotta spam chat.
Spam chat.
Spam chat.
This is a funny dude.
Why are you wide speed laughing?
Huge raid. Let's go.
Wait.
Chat's going crazy.
Pepsi, you know more than me or the chat. How long does this dye last in my hair?
That, I mean, it'll start fading like the first time you take a shower. Like every time you take a shower, it'll fade more and more until it gets to like kind of like my color, where it's just like blonde.
Come on, chat.
And then it'll stay like that.
Come on, chat.
Can I use purple shampoo and keep it?
You can. It's not gonna stay
Come on, Ron.
like that purple.
Come on.
Purple conditioner every day, and like this is what color my hair is. So yours will eventually look like.
Come on, Ron.
Why?
Because they bleach it and then they tone.
Come on,
it.
Ron.
So
Why do
toner-
people not want to get gray hair? I feel like I look swaggy with this.
Like the
Come on,
toner will
come on.
just slowly fade out.
Come on.
Especially if you use like hot water. Make sure you use cold.
How long do what is it called? Like how long until my hair like overgrows it? If that makes sense.
He has 30,000 views talking about this.
Usually hair grows like half inch a month or some bullshit.
I just popped a pimple out of my ear. I've been picking at it for the last like 3 minutes. Is it gone, Drew? It's right here.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna pop and see if there's any blood that comes out.
Views are gonna go down. He's talking about something gross. Let's watch it. He's gonna lose viewers.
A little bit. Give it a little weight.
Oh, I feel it.
Yeah, nice. Just saw TikTok comment, call me Fat Boy Snacks.
He didn't give a fuck.
It's not bad.
Like that one, Drew?
Crazy.
I like that one.
It's good. Never heard that one.
Fat Boy Snacks? What would they call me?
How do my hands smell like that?
My hands smell like blood.
Ew.
Stop calling me FBS.
This is so gross.